And just like that, we're back, everybody. We're back. We are so back. We do this. They are censoring me. They're trying to keep me down. They know that I've got the information. They know that I've got what they don't want out there and out in the public. They know that I'm onto them, and I will not be stopped. Nothing could stop this train, y'all. I want you to know that they may kill me and put me into a ditch, but nothing's going to stop this train. Ain't nothing going to stop me, y'all. How are y'all doing? Are you doing well? Good. That's good. Well, today the stream is titled My Main Problem with Orthodoxy. And obviously, the answer is that's just too damn based. Just too damn based, everybody. It's too damn based. It's a problem. It's a problem. I'm not sure where we go from here. Not sure how we solve the problem. Is it a problem that is there some problems that are good to have? These are the kinds of things. Is there too much of a good thing? Can there be? Hello, buddy. How are y'all doing? Happy Father's Day, John. Happy Father's Day. I hope not, actually. Hope not. Hope not. Hope not. Anyways, today we will be looking at, if you guys remember, like a week or two ago, we briefly looked at a video by Josh the Cat, saying his main reason why he's not Eastern Orthodox. And if I can remember off the top of my head, it was like, because Jay Dyer won't debate people and Augustine Filioque. I think those are the only reasons I remember. But our friend Josh a day ago posted saying the Orthodox are correct. And now his YouTube channel is called Josh the Orthodox. So quite the upheaval in this young man. It's quite how did we get here? I'm for it, but let's investigate a little bit, okay? Here we got Joshua's YouTube channel, and everyone, he says, I am an Eastern Orthodox that will become a monk one day. Okay, but okay, that's a year ago. Latest. Oh, that's streams. Let's go. I mean, like, it's a little sussy. When was this? I don't know. It doesn't say date. No date description. April 19th. That was April 19th of this year that he has a Catholic saint, not Orthodox saint, on there. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's just, so how Michael Lofton made this guy Orthodox. Oh, okay. I know who that's. Barrel Aged Faith. He's like cooking looks like he's cooking pasta, but he's sensing. Incensor review. It's quite odd. I've never seen something like that. Where was it? Oh, my main problem with Eastern Orthodoxy. This is the video we checked out. So, do we watch it? Let's watch it one more time just to make sure we're getting it.
Welcome to another video. This video won't be focused on the deep theology on both East and West. It's more or less going to be my personal, like,
distinction clickbait title. Yeah, definitely clickbait. The video we're watching is titled My Main Problem with Eastern Orthodoxy. And but this guy has done some kind of pendulum swing where he's now accepting Orthodoxy in some way. So we're just checking it out and seeing what's this guy's deal. But yeah, you can stick around. You can hit the dusty trail. It's up to you, mate.
I guess, man, that's probably my main reason that kind of irked me. About Eastern Orthodoxy and on how they act with a few things. So here we go. Okay, so
How
the
they
first
act?
one, well, it's not the first thing, it's the only one. would be the Eastern Orthodox Christians and apologists saying, "Oh, well, you're taking that out of context."
Oh
There's
yeah.
this one Orthodox guy who has said that in my comment section, and that really irked me, because as someone who was exploring Orthodoxy that became a Greek catechumen in the Orthodox Church, this taken out of context ordeal is actually something that happens a lot. They will say, "Oh, well, you're taking that out of context." It's like, really? And then they give you their interpretation, and if you don't agree with them, you're wrong. Now, again,
I mean, that's a little simplistic. I'd have to like see what he's talking about specifically. I mean, yeah, context matters, and people can take things out of context. Is it bad to tell people not to take things out of context? I mean, this is 2 months ago, whatever. Let's keep watching.
I'm not saying that Catholics don't do this, because obviously some do, unfortunately. But as far as I've been able to witness, it's not as bad as Orthodoxy. Like, it's a historical fact that Rome had authority over Constantinople. How
Yeah.
can Rome
This
have
part
authority
too.
over Constantinople if the Eastern Orthodox interpretation of Canon 4 and Canon 6 and Canon
I remember this part. Yeah, it was like the vague, slow, and then like shotgun. How can this and that and all these claims? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we should. You're right about that. So yeah, how can Constantinople something Rome has universal bishopship over it, and then 5 canons I threw out there. I'm not going to say what the canons are, just going to say the titles. Go.
28 of Chalcedon are in fact correct, because Canon 4 and Canon 6 have nothing to do with papal supremacy. This is from their own scholars, which they completely disregard. So I like to call these people internet Orthodox philosophers. They have no accreditation, they don't have any degrees, they're just a bunch of self-talk ideologues. And people take them seriously because they use big words like epistemology and ecclesiology, when in fact a lot of their arguments are not good. Like here, why do you think J. Dye will not debate certain people?
It's not worth his
And for those who
time.
don't know, J. Dye is the biggest Orthodox apologist. Why will he never debate certain people? Now, there might be a few valid reasons for some, but
He opens it up for anybody to come to him.
Because some have arguments against him that he cannot refute, and he doesn't want to wind up looking bad or looking, oh, he could be wrong. Like, he refuses to debate Pine Sap, which again I don't agree with everything that Pine Sap says.
Pints with Aquinas, is that what he's
like
talking about? Pine Sap? I don't know who Pine Sap is. Probably not Pints with Aquinas. Pine Sap, Pints. I don't know who that is.
But outside of that, I mean, he's pretty on the spot with just about everything. And J. Dye refuses to debate him. He refuses to debate others.
Scared.
Catholics. And again, when you cite these quotations, like, yeah, I will pull one up. My friend sent me this, and it proves the filioque. Which is a big thing for the Orthodox, is they don't believe that the Holy Spirit can proceed through the Son. And then they have this.
And again, okay, so context for anybody that's joining. This gentleman 2 months ago was Josh the Catholic. As of, I believe, yesterday, he is now Josh the Orthodox. So there's been some kind of change. Checking it out. I haven't watched these videos. I just had them pop up in my feed. And yeah, so trying to give this guy some credit, or just figure out what is. I mean, the thing that's going to be a little concerning for me is the flip-floppy emotionalism that we might see. Like, oh, I heard something base from a patriarch, so that's why I'm Orthodox. Like, I want this guy to be Orthodox. I don't want him. I'm not trying to say get out of the church, get out. I'm just a little concerned about the reasons, and that's and then being public about making videos and such when you're in the middle of some kind of spiritual upheaval. Well, I mean, we'll see what he has to say, but to address his little point here, this is 2 months ago, and I don't know where he's at now. We'll find out, but obviously the Catholic Church doesn't really even hold the Filioque now because of the Marianites and the Uniates. But let's keep going.
This whole thing. Oh, well, the Holy Spirit can proceed by the Son. Like, what the hell does that even mean? You have both Western and Eastern fathers that taught the Filioque, and they're going to act like no.
And then you have the eternal procession versus temporal.
If therefore that also which is given has him for a beginning, by whom it is given, since it has received from no other source, that which proceeds from him, it must be admitted that the Father and the Son are a beginning of the Holy Spirit, not two beginnings, but as the Father and Son are one God and one Creator and one Lord relatively to the creature, so are they one beginning relatively to the Holy Spirit. Again, like, that's irrefutable. That right there proves that's one church father that believed in the Filioque, and there are more.
And again, their names are?
Give them these citations. They will say, well, you've taken.
And the names are, there are more.
Obviously, there are other theological reasons why I came back to Rome and why I'm staying and why I will die being a Catholic. Because this is overt evidence that Eastern Orthodoxy is not consistent. And that just makes it worse. So that's, I would say that is one of the main reasons why I left Eastern Orthodoxy, outside of the whole problem with them not accepting the papacy, is because when you bring up citations, as what I just did, by one church father, they'll tell you, okay, well,
but then they go, it's out of context. And then you have to be like, oh, they're saying it's out of context. Remember that earlier? He said, oh, it's out of context.
Ecclesiology, we don't believe that saints are infallible, so a saint can be wrong. It's like, yeah, you're right. Catholics don't believe saints are infallible either. But when you have multiple early church fathers and saints through the first millennium teaching the Filioque, and you still outright deny it, that's no longer.
You gave us one answer. You gave us one example.
Finding a few church fathers that taught the Filioque and that didn't. That's overt rejection, because you don't want to accept it, because then that means that would affirm that Roman's the true church. And I'll end with this. I was in this Orthodox Facebook group, and I made a comment because they were talking about Jordan Peterson being blessed by a Catholic priest when his wife Tammy was brought into the Catholic Church, I believe, last Sunday. I'm sorry, last Saturday for the Easter Vigil. A beautiful thing, and you all should pray for her. But anyways, they were saying on how he made a mistake and all that, and I made a comment, and this moderator just was not having it, and so I brought up citations. And when I asked her, how did Rome have authority over Constantinople if Rome's jurisdiction was limited like everyone else? And she just said, oh, well, that's Roman Catholic.
I don't think he's given me any.
That's the type of low
actual evidence of
that we get from a lot of Orthodox Christians that listen to people like Jay Dyer. My personal opinion is I think Dyer is right when it comes to politics, but when it comes to theology and with Catholicism, he's clueless. He has no understanding of the magisterium. And because of people like him, when people watch him and they regurgitate it, and then when you cite a quotation that clearly disproves the position, they will say, well, you taking it out of context. Really?
Don't take it out of context, dude. You got to keep all them quotes in context. If you get out of context, you're going to get taxed by me. I'm going to say you took that out of context. Shoot, man. I'd like to see, this is when people aren't specific in this is my main reason. And it's just like a claim with no substance. It's hard to actually criticize or get into the details, because he gave us a shotgun of random cannons without getting into them. I could look them up, but even then you'd have to obviously keep it in context and try to understand what's going on. I don't understand why he's thinking that Rome had universal jurisdiction over Constantinople. Maybe there was a couple, maybe we could even grant, maybe there was times where there was political nonsense going on. I know that I've heard one Roman Catholic say, who was it, in Corinth, that some of the Corinthian Christians appealed to Rome for political things going on, and they needed more priests or some such. And the Roman Catholics were like, why? I think this is an Ubi Petrus video. Why aren't they going to this jurisdiction over here? Why are they going all the way over to Rome? But it has to do with there was many Romans in Corinth at the time, because that's where like military men would go and retire and have families and such, and the road systems and the ability to send letters was different back then. You could go, hey, I have a letter to send. You're already on your way to Rome. Can I pay you? Here's a kopeck. Take it there, please. If everybody's going to that place, it's easier to send letters than it is like, hey, it's more expensive to send it to the place you're not going to go, because now I have to pay you to go there specifically. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff, the contacts where you can go, it's not because of universal jurisdiction that they did that. There is just other stuff going on, my man.
that's one of the main reasons why I left Orthodoxy. Obviously, not going into the theological parts of it, because I want to keep this video short. So that's the main reason why I left Orthodoxy. Was every time when I came across something that disproved the Orthodox position, I lied and I coped. And I know for a fact many others do it. And, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share,
can you tell
subscribe,
me
hit the
examples of
notification bell.
what those were? Oh, we're not going to get it, but yeah, just just vague enough to work, I suppose. Just vague enough to work. Well, which video shall we watch, gentlemen? Orthodox Kyle's clueless about Catholicism. Reasons I'm no longer Orthodox. Should we try that one out first? But here's the brand new ones. Catholic cope is bad. Orthodox are correct. That's brand spanking new. That one. Why I was wrong about Eastern Orthodoxy. Why I'm not Oriental. I think we watched one more 2 months ago video. Where to go? Right here. And then we go on.
Hey guys, I just woke up a few moments ago, and I was watching this video, but there's a certain part of it that I did not get to last night. I started to watch it, and I really think that it is worthy to comment on and to expand upon why I'm not Orthodox. Here soon I am planning on doing my top 10 reasons why I am no longer Orthodox. So this is basically leading up to it. So this is by Pine Sap.
I don't think he got around to that one.
And it's a great video.
Oh, that guy?
Obviously, I won't be playing all of it, but there's some really good parts about the Orthodox Church.
That's Fuentes,
and I will be making comments on them. So let's go.
Because they didn't agree with the Roman Pope. Yes, but you.
So, Grump, he was an Orthodox catechumen in the Greek Archdiocese, and he left for Rome. I don't really know exactly how long ago. At least 2 months ago, he was making anti-Orthodox content, and as of 3 days ago, he is claiming Orthodoxy. I don't know if he has gone back to being a catechumen. I don't know. I haven't watched those videos yet. Let's find out.
Yeah, I did speed this up to avoid the whole.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be super sped up.
Agree with the Pope binding what the church has decided, those people are no longer with the church. They're outside of it. And so here's, goes back to then again St. Ambrose's commentary, I believe Psalm 42, where he says, where Peter is, there is the church. And where there is the church, there is Christ. Very easy epistemology for us to understand. Extremely easy, an extremely easy epistemic understanding of our ecclesiology. Where the Pope and the rest of the bishops are, there's the church. If they're not there, there's not the church.
That's not what the quote is, though.
Theologian to the most common layman can understand that, right? But again, in Eastern Orthodoxy,
where the bishop is, there's the church.
He's right too. He is right. Like in Orthodoxy. First of all, they don't have a set catechism. And the catechisms are really up to the patriarchs. Like, when I was Greek Orthodox, I was trying to find a catechism so, I could learn about the faith. And I only saw one really about the Greeks. There might have been one more, but for certainty, I know that there was a catechism with the Greek Orthodox. But, they're not organized. They don't have a set.
They're not organized.
And they suck at evangelization. They have failed the Great Commission. That's one reason why they're not the true church.
Okay.
Greek media cites evidence of split caused by
your intellect is truly dazzling.
Massive split, huh?
Dazzling.
Massive split. Let's read some other headlines. UOCA Chancellor, we have no right to push God and trusted people in schism. In schism with who?
Yeah.
Who are you in schism with? Is it the ecumenical patriarch? Oh wait, but he's the ecumenist heretic. Is it the patriarch girl? Oh no, he's actually Caesar Papist because he is completely beholden to Putin's will. Who? What is schism? I mean, schism yes means cleaving apart and stuff like that, but it's like in schism with who? Who do you follow? Who is Orthodox?
Yeah, and that's actually a good point I'd like to expand upon.
Okay, do it.
Who is Orthodox, right? And you will have all the conservative.
Are you?
I got to look this up because my webcam sucks. You will run into a wall with a lot of the online Orthodox, and even sometimes in person, but it's mainly online. Oh well, Patriarch Bartholomew is a ecumenist heretic. You shouldn't follow him. All this. Then who are you following? Well, we're Russian Orthodox. All right. It's finding out how Jay Dyer and all these other
whoever is keeping the faith. I just don't understand how. I mean, it's like one of those, it's not a real argument. I mean, we could look at the Bible and be like, there's going to be there's going to be wolves in them sheep's clothing. And, that's all that is, man. That's all that is. Shoot. I mean, if schism's bad and who's Orthodox, I mean, then we just go right back to the, the councils. Why can we be Roman Catholic if you could have been Nestorian or Arian? I mean, dang, shoot, you guys got schisms. Well, shoot. Man, I can't trust the Roman Catholic Church. There's schisms.
Ortho people just happen to be all members of ROCOR, the Russian Orthodox Church of America. But yet their own patriarch believes that Muslims and Christians worship the same God. He has practiced
and he's wrong.
With Muslims, with interfaith worship services with Muslims.
The difference is when the Pope does that, he's the infallible superhuman Pope, God Emperor, that cannot err in faith morals, dogma. And he does openly betrays the faith. And your entire system is based upon that one dude. And us, we don't got no superhuman, super bishop, super duper pope, man. So, I mean, just because we got problems, man, don't mean we got your kind of problem, man.
So how's Patriarch Bartholomew a heretic? See, they don't have a set ecclesiology, as what Pinesap points out here in a few moments. That's what you're going to run into. Look, I wish that orthodoxy were true. And I'm going to be blunt, because I love attending the divine liturgies. I love how staunch they are with apostolic tradition. Problem is, just like a lot of the fad trads like Taylor Marshall, Kennedy Hall, and many others who aren't real traditional Catholics, they have the same problem that the Eastern Orthodox do. They pick and choose traditions. They don't want to accept the authority of the Bishop of Rome. While we have the trads that do, but then they undermine his authority by calling him a schismatic and a heretic and this and this and that. But they don't even read their own ecumenical councils. Like, they can't even tell you what Vatican I was about. Okay, so they have the same problem that the Eastern Orthodox do. You can't pick and choose traditions. You either accept all of them or you get the hell out of the religion. It's that simple.
Is there any way to be a consistent Roman Catholic?
Just to keep to the theme of this video, that they pick and choose.
Like, when you try to be a consistent Roman Catholic, you end up being trad, but then you can't be consistent because you think that the Pope is a heretic, which you think he can't be, and you become a side of a contest. You're like, oh, it's just an empty chair. I don't know. How can you even be a? I got one Roman Catholic friend of mine once. We had a conversation. I got him to admit that Jesus Christ is God and also not God at the same time. Man, that was wild. That was real wild.
There's not a set Orthodox ecclesiology in the Eastern Orthodox Church, and there really isn't. There really isn't, and that's not how it was in the first millennium. I'll say this, and then I'll continue playing the video. Jay Dyer will not have on Pinesap.
Again.
Now, why do you think that is?
Well, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? As you can see, it's now far better. Why do you think Dyer won't have Pinesap on? Because Pinesap, albeit I don't agree with him necessarily on Vatican II or the SSPX per se, I mean, it's partial agreement there. Jay's excuse for not having this kid on is that he doesn't have a theological degree. But, it's funny because nor does Jay. The only thing he has is a few college classes in epistemology. That's it. He's not a real philosopher.
Pretty sure he was in a master's program, my dude. I mean, pretty sure.
He's not a real theologian. He's an internet Orthodox scholar that would just spew bullshit, and that's why he won't have any real Orthodox scholars on, like Edward Shininsky, because Edward Shininsky has admitted that Rome had authority over the entire church, and Jay does not want to promote that belief, because then that belief will ultimately...
Oh yeah, I don't want to promote heresy either, dude.
To Catholicism.
What, dude?
Because then Orthos will come in and they're like, well, it doesn't really matter because we confess the same faith. Okay, then why does schism even matter? What then is the reason or impetus for even caring about schism? If it's just like, oh, we say all the same creeds, so we're all good, right? Then does it then even really matter? Is schism then just this kind of generic, oh, it's not really doesn't really even matter, it's just kind of whatever at this point, right?
No,
this is
not it either.
How about the fact that in 2007 when the Ravenna document was being signed with the True Church of Christ with the Catholic Church, right? And our church had all the Orthos try to unite in Ravenna, because Ravenna is kind of the halfway point between Rome and Constantinople, and it's a very culturally and historically significant city for both the Eastern Orthodox and Catholics. We united in Ravenna to sign this document in 2007. I'm pretty sure talking about the Episcopate, if I'm not mistaken. And Estonia, the Estonian Orthodox Church shows up, and Russia refuses to show up. The whole reason because they don't recognize the autocephalous nature of the Estonian Patriarchate, and they think that Estonia should be under them. Meanwhile, the Greeks represent the autocephaly, recognize the autocephalous nature of the Estonian Church. Does that make any damn sense?
Yeah, apologies, I forgot to go back to the screen. But yeah, like, how can you...
None of that, just because there's complexities in jurisdictions, or there's things are in schism, or people are out of communion with each other. I mean, these things happen and they get healed. I mean, was it in Moldova like a year and a half ago? Like an 80-year-old schism or something like that just got healed? I mean, it's not it's just the Western mind being like spurging out, and I need everything clear and orderly, put it into my box.
Yet not recognize it. Like, the fact that Russia doesn't recognize Estonia because they believe Estonia should be under them. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Can you say why?
How can you say you're one faith and you're completely disconcord, and you have these completely different ecclesiological views? And some of your finest apologists, by the way, go anywhere from having like a high papalist view of church history, where like the papacy was real, but it wasn't like, it didn't have this like perpetuity or like indefectible nature, to then people were like, no, all the bishops were always equal and there was never any difference in jurisdiction.
Yeah, and that's one thing that us Catholics will always have above the Orthodox. We have unity. We have the same ecclesiology. That we all want.
Do you? Do you? You don't even have the same creed. Uniates do not say the same creed as you. They don't even have the same faith as you. They don't believe in a ton of your stuff. They have saints that are okay with Rome. Rome's okay with them having saints that say that the Pope is a heretic. and they were fine with them venerating as long as they bow and kiss the ring of the Pope. So, don't know. You definitely don't have one faith, especially if we get into like the SEDS and the SSPX and all that. Man, I don't know how all this argument don't just like go triple fold on yourself.
I mean, I know people like Kyle and Jay will say, "Oh, whoa, you're not the SSPX, you're the Eastern Catholics," which points I will address here in a moment.
Yeah,
It's like that has nothing to do with the Catholic Church.
The Eastern Catholics don't have anything to do with the Catholic Church. What do you mean?
Support the SSPX? The SSPX have no jurisdiction. And they themselves, if I remember correctly, have also admitted that. And the Eastern Catholics, well, they don't recite the same creed as the Filioque. Yeah. I mean, Rome doesn't see it as a big deal. Yeah, it might be a different creed in so much as the wording, but we literally believe in the same damn thing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Why did Rome go from killing people? Why did Rome go from killing people who didn't have the Filioque to being like, oh, it's okay. As long as you submit to us, it's fine. We basically believe the same thing. Why that change?
Holy Spirit proceeds through the Father and through the Son. You don't need to have like Roman Catholicism is not that legalistic. It might be legalistic in some areas, but it ain't that legalistic.
How are you one church if you can't even agree on your ecclesiology? If even your hierarchs cannot agree. Constantinople's papist claims are groundless. So you don't even have the same conception of ecclesiology. How are you one church?
Oh no, people can err, and entire jurisdictions can schism off. Oh no, they left the church. They're leaving the church. Is that your argument?
How are you one
It
church?
happens to you too.
Not being willing to subject, actually, we'll look at that right now because I want. Schism is the refusal of submission to the Roman Pontiff or of communion with the members of the church subject to him. That's the definition of schism. Bing, bang,
not
boom,
to us.
Very clear.
Not to us.
You are either in schism or not based on this definition.
Yeah, you don't.
Could not be more clear.
Yeah, but you don't have that in Eastern Orthodoxy. Again, what catechisms do they have? What evangelization efforts do they do? Oh, you'll have a few priests here, and that's fine and all. It's great that you're converting people to Christianity.
All right. What evangelisms do we do, y'all? What evangelisms do we do? I saw this real cool thing real quick from Luigi. Y'all know who Luigi is. He debated Redeem Zoomer recently. I didn't find you, Luigi. You just type in Luigi on Twitter. There he is. Oh, yeah, no, it's right there. It's right there. Let me share this, y'all. Isn't this cool? But bam. As of May 14, well, it just says May. That's my birthday, actually. I don't know why I said that. As of May 2024, the Orthodox Church in America that's not the OCA, I imagine. Just the Orthodox Church in America has been estimated to have almost 6 million members. In 2020, the U.S. Religion Consensus reported that there were 675,000. And I believe I saw something saying that's not even considering like the Greek diocese or something like that. But that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. That's like almost 2% of America. That's like almost 2% of America. My fellow Americans, stand upright.
It's not a true form of it, but at least they're coming to faith in Christ. Yeah, really, if we're being honest, your church does not practice nor fulfill the Great Commission. To understand what the Catholic Church teaches, you literally need to watch the online Ortho Bros. That's not unity. If you cannot produce a catechism, then you're not a true church.
You guys hear it? It says it's lost connection to the audio. Your browser lost connection to your screen share audio. Why? Y'all hear it? YouTube's been giving me troubles today. Try it again.
Rather, you don't have one of the signs of the true church. Because if I need to go online and learn all these technical terms, which just that's the thing about Orthodoxy. If you want to fully understand the faith, you need to learn all these technical terms through procession, through sending, through buying. Yeah, buying. How the Son of Man can somehow send the Holy Spirit by him, which again, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And Scripture contradicts that. Because it proceeds through the Son. I mean, like you have all this confusion. You have
temporally, my main. That's different from hypostatically. I don't know why people always get that wrong. The difference between eternal, hypostatic versus temporal.
Believing in heresies. Well, according to you, which is the Immaculate Conception, the Assumption of Mary. You have some that do believe that the papacy was a thing, but they kind of drifted away from the true church.
Oh,
from
what
the,
does
true
what is
doctrines of the church?
what is
That ecclesiology.
first among equals
Again, that
mean?
ecclesiology will
I don't know.
ultimately lead to Catholicism. We said the papacy was present, and the papacy is still around today, and we provide clarity through our catechism, and you don't. Then why would I become Orthodox when your whole ecclesiology is inconsistent and you have failed the Great Commission?
Right.
Wow.
And don't give me. And I
It's
know
a lot
they
of-
give
it's
me
a
that
lot
whole
of-
crap. Oh well, there's different
a lot of
stuff about
anger.
SSPX and stuff like that.
Not
SSPX
a lot of
authority within the Catholic Church that has been said by the Apostolic See repeatedly. SSPX just concur
arguments.
They don't have any canonical authority. They are Catholics, but they are Catholics acting disobediently, right? And would be at most guilty of materialism.
I mean, see, that's where I don't really agree with him partially. I mean, look,
So he
partially
said
he
we're
is right,
Catholics anyways?
because they tell you don't go to the new mass, it's dangerous, and I've already explained my view on that. So, I mean, he's
Old Joe is asking, Mr. Westford, is there a possibility we are grossly misinterpreting the Bible? You mean the Eastern Orthodox Church? I don't think so. To me, it's orthodoxy or bust, baby. It's orthodoxy or bust. I mean, I personally am probably misunderstanding and misinterpreting things about the Bible or even orthodoxy. I am a convert, and I still am trying to figure out what what things in me are still being looked through my upbringing, my Protestant lens. I often see people conflate Catholics with Orthodox. Yeah, I mean, that's happened on this channel. We've had people come on, Protestants, Calvinists, and as we talk, they're like, "Oh, I thought this was just, Catholicism with like a different, coat of paint." And then as they talk to me, they're like, "Well, I can see I don't really understand what's happening, so I just need to learn more about it." But no, I believe that all of the church's interpretations about the scripture are correct. Our dogmas, our doctrines are correct. Doesn't mean that I can't be personally wrong or I need to conform my
He's
thinking
kinda
to the
right.
church.
Kind of, but
Well, it's not a formal schism in the same way that like the Eastern Orthodox are or whatever. It does foster a schismatic mentality that leads people into material schism, meaning they haven't formally been excommunicated or separated, but they foster a schismatic mentality that sees them already spiritually separated from the church. That's pretty damn clear, and the church has spoken on that.
yeah, no, that is actually true. That is very, very true, and I have no defense for that.
Other legalese.
What was that again? What was
doesn't
that
have-
one? He doesn't have a defense for it. Let me hear it again. It's so hard for me with the quadruple speed.
He's kind of right, kind of, but
Well, it's not a formal schism in the same way that like the Eastern Orthodox are or whatever. It does foster a schismatic mentality that leads people into material schism, meaning they haven't formally been excommunicated or separated, but they foster a schismatic mentality that sees them already spiritually separated from the church. That's pretty damn clear, and the church has spoken on that.
yeah, no, that is actually true. That is very, very true, and I have no defense for that.
Other legalese that they want to cite doesn't matter, and that shouldn't also matter to Jay because Jay brings up that point against the SSPX to show how they're inconsistent and why they should become Eastern Orthodox. So if he tries to use that point, that's just disingenuous to his own points that I've heard him make in the past.
Yeah, Nadim's asking if we just get to him changing his name. Yeah, I guess so. I don't think we're getting much new stuff. He's having somebody else do his arguments for him. I've heard Orthodox referred to as Greek Catholics. I mean, that's not wrong. When I became a catechumen, my older brother was like, "Are you like Greek now?" I was like, "Nigga, are you Greek? Shoot, aren't you my brother?"
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video.
Okay, okay.
So
Now
yeah,
it's
why I was talking
Josh
about
the
Eastern
Orthodox.
Now, some of you might be curious on what am I Orthodox now, or I went back to Rome because I thought I saw evidence for the papacy, for the claims of Vatican I, but throughout the whole time, I got more depressed. I didn't know why. So, like a day or two ago, I held a prayer session, the Vespers, if you want to call them that, in front of my icons, and I called upon Eastern Orthodox saints, and obviously on the Blessed Theotokos and on Christ, and I called out and I cried out for God to show me the true church, for God to give me peace, for God to help me, and obviously I called upon Saint Paisios, Saint Nectarios of Aegina. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, so apologies, and the various other saints. I also invoked the entire communion of saints, and God gave me peace. God gave me joy. So, what does this mean? Well, I am Eastern Orthodox now, and I want to go more into why.
I mean,
I'm
are
not
you
going
like
to be
a
moving any of my videos,
catechumen?
just so you guys can see my progression.
Okay, fair enough.
The more I looked into church history and I thought about it, the more that I saw that the East kept the apostolic faith and traditions more than the West.
Yeah.
And the claim from the Catholic Church that basically if you don't have the Pope, it's theological anarchy, is a bit problematic to say the least, because you have
Just look
the
at them.
Orthodoxy, or the Oriental Orthodoxy, or the
Just
Eastern
look at them.
East, right? That all of them don't have the Pope, but all of them have theological communion. Obviously not all together, but like separately. And that right there poses a big problem. But ever since I was exposed to Orthodoxy, it had its grips on me. I'm staying Orthodox. I'm going to become a catechumen, going to be brought into the church, and then I'm going to try to
Glory to
stay at a
God.
monastery.
Huh.
I feel such peace. I can't really describe it.
Can't knock it, guys. Can't knock it.
The thing
I
about
didn't know what it was going to be, this video, man.
there is a lot of evidence to suggest that there was no papacy in the first millennium. Prime example. Take the hot people apologist Eric Ybarra. Well, a day or two ago on the channel.
Isn't that the guy that likes donuts?
Babylon or something.
No,
they were talking about this new document that the Vatican is planning on coming out with. It's called the Bishop of Rome. Okay, and says with the yawn. The Bishop of Rome, primacy in synodality in the ecumenical dialogues and in the responses to the encyclical Et Unam Sint, a study document. The Pope in the Vatican are planning to redefine the papacy. Jay Dyer has been saying that there will be this false unity, at least with the Greeks and the Catholics, in 2025. But the only way that's going to happen is if the papacy gets changed. But the thing about it is here.
Didn't that happen recently?
Let me pull something up real quick. FN sent this to me. Now, what I'm about to read to you is in this document, which I'm going to be linking down below. In reaction to these challenges and as a counter to them, the ultra-Montanist movement promoted the leadership of the Pope and the creation of a more centralized church modeled on a contemporary political regimes of sovereignty. In this context, a majority of the bishops saw in a reinforced papacy a protection for the freedom of the church and more generally a force for unity in the face of the modern world. That's in that document that I just mentioned. And there's also the Chieti document, the Alexandrian document, which are papally approved documents. Yes, that's true. Those documents I just mentioned are approved by the Catholic Church. And in the Alexandrian document 1.3, the Catholic Church fully admits that the papacy developed over time and that they use mendicant orders to spread this new development verbatim. So what now? I'm going to tell you this right now. The East, like the Eastern Orthodox, they have kept the apostolic faith more than the West. Look what's been happening in the Catholic Church. Apostasy after apostasy. Oh, well, it's the great apostasy. I used to hold that belief. I changed it. St. Paul, yes, does talk about the great apostasy.
I mean, Logan brings up a good point here. What is the donation target for today? Well, we are at a grand total of $290, y'all. So we're well on our way to building that studio. We've got a long way to get there. We're about like 55% of the way to monetization. So we're still going to be hoofing it on the Cash App for the moment. If any of y'all want to support the channel, feel free to send a donation to the Cash App. It is pinned comment. I'll read it out loud just like any other, good streamer would. And yeah, I there might be a little bit of flippity floppity happening, but I mean, just because you flippy floppy don't mean you can't stay into church. You can't come back. I just am a little concerned. Just a little concerned. But if he wants to go become a monk, I mean, Lord of God, Lord Jesus be praised, amen. Stop left clicking, stupid trackpad.
Completely. Here's the thing about that. When the great apostasy happens, the church
to let you
will
still
remain visible.
Well,
It will still remain faithful to Christ.
$50. $50. Going once. $50 to unloose did Logan Daly. All right. He'll be unloosed upon all y'all. All 25 of y'all. We'll guess 24 because Logan's one of them. Unless he's going to have some self-flagellation going on. Yeah, $50. If we hit $50 today, Logan, it will become a Logan stream. I will be powerless. I cannot withstand him when he's been unloosed.
Through the Antichrist, through the false prophet, through the one world government, through the one world religion, through the great delusion, all of it, the church will hold to the faith. That, from what I've been able to read and understand, that's the consensus of all the saints in the first millennium.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if earlier he was saying like, why does Jay Dyer not debate this one specific guy? Or why are there schisms in the church? Why is there controversies? Why are there scandals? And now he's seeing a scandal in the Roman Catholic Church. And he said he prayed for peace and he felt peace and he prayed to the saints. And, I'm not going to discount that. I can't discount your experience. I didn't have it, but I'm just concerned about the flip-floppy that you will sway with the wind when you see something else that shouldn't, you just might be susceptible to scandalism. And maybe that's why maybe you should go to a monastery where you can be insulated from the scandalous things that could steal your faith from you. because, I mean, Jesus warned us that there would be, stuff going on. It's going to be hard for us, right? Oh no, people disagree. I guess I can't believe the way I think. I can't think the way I do no more. Why does more than one church exist? For us, it doesn't. There's just one church in many jurisdictions.
That yes, the church will apostatize, right? So let's assume the Orthodox Church is the true church. You know, so you have all these seeds. I don't remember off the top of my head on how many seeds there are. So let's just say, out of all the seeds, let's say only two keep the faith. Let's just say that's the Russians and and the Bulgarians. But all the seeds apostatize. The church is still visible. The church still remains faithful to Christ. So what about all these patriarchs? Like Patriarch Kirill having interfaith gatherings and things like that. The Orthodox paradigm is not built upon our patriarchs. Yeah, like our patriarchs, they have their roles in the church. They are to guard us from wolves and things like that. And some actually are wolves. But the church itself is built on Christ and the apostolic tradition that's been kept for 2,000 years. When you look in the West, we have the Bishop of Rome admitting that the papacy developed over time. And if we're going to sit here and say, oh, well, it's the apostasy and the lying about it, okay, so then you are then saying that the church is promoting false information, causing division among the brethren. Oh, but, it's a counter church. Okay, but what gives you the authority to, that's one thing I've noticed about some of these apparitions of the Virgin Mary. She talks about a counter church, in which, by the way, I do agree with the message. Yeah, I have not taken this off yet. I do agree with the message in the sense that a counter church will emerge. Yeah, I mean, a counter church will also emerge if the Orthodox Church is, in fact, the true church. So that counter church narrative can even be applied to the Orthodox churches. Yes, a counter church will emerge. A counter church will spread heresies and will spread Satanism. But the true church will always remain visible. And if the Catholic Church is true, the Pope is its head. But wait, Christ is the head. Yeah, I'm not playing the semantics game. Okay, the Pope is the physical leader of the church here on earth. Okay, so if the Pope apostatizes and starts teaching error, then who then is to safeguard apostolic tradition if the Pope has fallen into error? Because it's the Holy Spirit. Okay, so why is the Holy Spirit allowing the Catholic Church to preach such heresies? And then we get into all these things. We can sit here and cope that somehow Vatican II is somehow in line with church tradition, which I did, and I publicly apologize for. We can sit here and cope with all these things, but eventually the copium is going to run out. Your own historians disagree with you. Your own scholars disagree with you. Father Richard Price, while talking on the Council of Chalcedon, even admits that the Chalcedonians did not see the Bishop of Rome having authority over the entire church. Well, wait a minute. If the East did not see the Bishop of Rome having supreme authority over the entire church, then how do you explain that? Because we're Chalcedonian Christians. We accept Chalcedon. So the people at Chalcedon did not accept what we now call Vatican I, or the claims of Vatican I, right? Because they're not there. How can they accept something if it's not there? So again, that's one. And you have Canon 28 of Chalcedon too.
Are we going to get a canon this time?
I'm sorry. It is also interesting that Chalcedon, Canon 28, I believe it's the Chalcedon Canon 28, if I remember right, where it talks about how Old Rome and New Rome share in the same privileges. Oh, well, that was rejected. It doesn't matter. Which, again, I don't know if it was rejected or accepted, but the fact of the matter is that mindset was there. Why was the mindset there? Even if it was rejected, it doesn't matter. That mindset was there, that the early church believed that Rome and New Rome shared in the same privileges. How do you make...
I feel like he could either be a decent, youth pastor, or a mid-tier hype man at a hip-hop show. He's probably hanging out with the 911 crew. Y'all know who that is? Why am I watching Autistic Ranting? I mean, that's what we're trying to figure out, really. That's the meta ethical question that we need to be analyzing. But y'all, I mean, you think this guy would be hanging out with Andy Mineo and Lecrae? That's what I think. I don't know. Let's keep going.
What wasn't accepted? That's not even an argument, because you then have to argue there was this mindset in the early church among the bishops and the patriarchs that believed that the Bishop of Rome had the same authority as them. And granted, Orthodoxy has its problems. We have jurisdictional problems. We have the rebaptizing problems. Yeah, but that doesn't discredit the church. We're more unified in faith than Catholics, and I feel more at home in the East. I will just say that I feel more at home. As I told my friend a few moments ago over a Discord call, at the end of the day, all apostolic Christians, Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, Oriental Orthodox, and the Assyrian Church of the East, what all of us do, we take a leap of faith, and we believe that the church that we're in is the true church. All of us take that leap of faith. I don't care who.
Yeah, we do, but I mean, there's different arguments, and there's ways to defeat the other positions to show that they don't actually have that claim. I mean, even Rome flip-flops so weird. It's we were always the apostolic church, and the papacy was always there, but also it was in seed form and it wasn't there until later on when it became a thing. And it's like, which is it? Was it always there, or did it become a thing later? Yes. Wow. Okay.
You are. If you're an Orthodox Christian, you have taken the leap of faith that the Orthodox Church is the one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. If you're Catholic, then you take the stance that the Roman Church is the one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. If you're Oriental Orthodox, the same thing. The Eastern Church of the East, it's the same thing. So we all take a leap of faith by choosing which church is the true church here.
Yeah.
But remember the words of Christ.
And it's, again, this is just the existential versus the normative question.
When he spoke about those who confess him before men, I will confess them before my Father in heaven. Will God damn me? Because, I left Rome, and if Rome is in fact the true church. Some will say yes, some will say no. According to the Gospels, no. The saints, no. But at the end of the day, we all take a leap of faith. And I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, that he is the God-man. I accept all 7 ecumenical councils. I accept the Nicene Creed. I accept the Blessed Theotokos as my heavenly mother, and I accept the communion of saints. I accept the one Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. And yeah, I believe that is the Eastern Orthodox Church. And if I'm wrong, well, the only thing I know is I preach Christ crucified. That's all I know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But on Judgment Day, my faith will be judged, not on what church per se I joined. Yes, that sounds a bit Protestant. It's important to find the true church, and it is. But the point that I'm making here is, if you do pick wrongly, but if you really do believe in Christ, if you honestly believe that Christ will send you to hell because you thought the Oriental Orthodox Church was the true church or is the true church, and it isn't, do you really believe that? Well, no. Okay, then. It's important to join the body of Christ. But God saves those who he wishes. Remember that before you slam other Christians and you say they're going to hell. We're not God.
I mean, is he scared about Roman Catholics saying that he's going to go to hell? I mean, Roman Catholics think that Orthodoxy is a true church. They say that we have Christ, we just don't have the Pope. And as Peter here says, if we have Christ, then how can we be lacking in anything? So, I mean, is he apprehensive of Roman Catholics screaming and screeching? Is that what that is? Is that just him doing fire damage with that? Stupid.
And to play the role of God is blasphemy. I do not say who goes to hell and who doesn't. All I know is Christ is crucified, and I see more of that in Orthodoxy than I do in Catholicism. And that's why I went back to Orthodoxy, and why I'm going to take it slow.
I don't know what you mean. Protestantism doesn't make sense. Which part makes it make sense?
And I see more. I see the first millennium church more in Eastern Orthodoxy than really in any other church.
Can the Roman Catholics elect an Orthodox Church father? I assume you mean like patriarch, as the Pope? Well, at that point, they wouldn't be Eastern Orthodox unless the schism has been healed. But for that to happen, the Pope and all of the Roman Catholics would have to humble themselves and admit that they were incorrect on a whole lot of stuff, and then be joined to the true church. But then it would just be the Pope, whoever that is, whatever. I mean, whether he's Italian, Latin, or whatever, would just be Orthodox, and you'd just be a bishop among other equal bishops. This guy was Catholic like 2 months ago, and now he is desiring to become a catechumen once more. He used to be catechumen in the Greek church, left Orthodoxy to become Roman Catholic, and now he's leaving Roman Catholicism back to becoming a catechumen. A bit of a flippy floppy, and there's some good stuff he said. The kind of like Anson brought up that he sounded like an atheist, talking about the subjective truth. I mean, he's confusing the problem of existential versus normative, which is why he kind of relied back on the subjective. Like, I don't know, really, I just have faith. I mean, it's good to have faith, but that doesn't mean we got to turn our brains off and not actually look at the evidence. I mean, I would say all of the evidence, if we actually look into it, points to Orthodoxy, and we can say why such people like Rome do not have it. They don't got the goods, dude. There is one church, believers, as he said, judged by faith. There's one church. It's the Eastern Orthodox Church. That's it. That's it. Full stop.
Yes, it has its problems. At least we're united in faith, and that's what we are. We are united in faith. A month ago, I went to a Catholic church, and
your biggest issue with Orthodoxy is the Seventh Ecumenical Council. Why do you think Iconodulia is idol worship. Is that what it is? I saw a meme the other day. It was like when iconoclasts realize that they're made in the image of God, and it's a guy like he's gonna kill himself, obviously, but like he doesn't want to do it, but he has to. And I didn't say your biggest issue. It's an issue of me. It's your issue. You got issues, man?
And I spoke to a woman who's obviously Catholic. You know, when we started to talk and find out, she doesn't believe in purgatory. There are many Catholics who don't even believe in purgatory. There are many Catholics who don't. There are many Catholics who don't even accept the Catholic Church's teaching on contraception, abortion, homosexuality, and other stuff. In Orthodoxy, yes, we hold things that the Catholic Church sees as an issue. It is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, again, we take a leap of faith to choose what church that we think is true. But ultimately, make sure you do it out of faith and not out of earthly tradition. There's good tradition, there's heavenly tradition, that being apostolic, and then there's bad tradition. Make sure you are picking the right church because you truly want to follow Jesus Christ. Make sure. That's all I have to say. Christos Anesti. Christ is resurrected. He conquered death, hell, and the grave, and he has the keys to eternal life. He
Amen. Well, I wish nothing but the best for Josh. I hope that he's sincere in his conversion and that he stays the path, and that no low-tier gay-ass argument will sway him. You know, that's the concern, is that he'll just, something really dumb will happen and he'll be swept away. But hopefully not. Pray for him. Mikhail says, it's like, why have an icon? It's like, why have an icon when I have a brother that is made in the image of God? Isn't that image better than the icon made by hands? It's like, Scoob. Shit, Scoob. It's like you're right here. Man. Morty's in the chat, everybody. You want to become Orthodox? I want to become Orthodoxy. Like, isn't it an accretion? No, the icons are apostolic, my man. Straight up ancient, man. Straight up ancient. I mean, that's the problem with the Western mind, my man. I don't know if you're a Protestant or what, but there's no actual dichotomy here. There's no actual tension. You're saying, why have an icon when you have a brother in Christ right beside you? You can do both. There is no tension. There's no reason to not do both. Peter says the prayers of a righteous man availeth much, and the saints are very righteous. We need their prayers. I guess we can open up. We don't got to do that no more. He has like 2 other videos, but we don't got to watch them. I think we kind of get it, but hopefully Josh will stay the path. That's actually something I would like to hear about, is how Orthodox justifies icons. All right. If you guys want to talk about iconography, we can do that. You want to hop on, buddy, John? We can talk about the 7th Ecumenical Council. Oh, buddy, no,
miss you, buddy, miss you.
I miss you, love you, long time.
Love you very much.
Oh, hello.
Hello, buddy. The Chad and me bows to the Chad and you.
Oh,
Yakub be with you all, but you little piggies.
Okay, so Mikhail is saying he has problems not with the icon. Mikhail is saying he has problems with veneration, icona adulia. Yeah, Luke, the gospel writer, was the first iconographer. Oh shoot! John's on his way. Everybody.
Michael, you want to join?
Mikhail. For Mikhail's question, I don't know if he's hopping in.
You're roboting, dude. Logan, you're roboting, dude.
Mikhail. Me?
You're fine with me. Hello. You're good to go, buddy.
Okay.
You're good now, buddy. You're good now, buddy.
Yeah. To answer his question, I mean, like, the differences between worship and veneration, I mean, you respect people. You have people in your life that you look up to, and you ask for advice, or you ask to do things or pray for you or teach you things, right? Because that's in a simplified sense, how we see the saints.
Grump is asking if Saint Luke was an apostle. Yes, he was an apostle and evangelist.
Wait, how did you change the layout of the StreamYard?
Dude, I can do it at a whim, dude. Wait, this right here is what you're talking about?
What?
Oh my
I can't
gosh,
do
dude.
that, man.
You ain't me, man. You ain't me. Look at this. Look at that. Bam. That's called
What you
production
doing,
value.
man?
That's
Can you
called,
give us the little subtitle,
what's that? Like the
like underneath of our screen name? Oh,
Wait,
underneath
what?
I don't know.
some of the streams I join, they have
Like a
like your
bar?
screen name, and then below it they have like I guess a titles section or something.
I don't know how to do
Or
that yet, man.
something.
I'm learning. Hello,
Sub
Instant. How you doing?
answer.
What'd you think about the flip flop man?
I don't know. He seemed confused. That's
Yeah,
all
I
I got to
agree.
say about him. He was just really
Yeah.
confused.
Agreed.
I mean, at the beginning, what I heard was like, I'm like, yeah, okay, God bless him and may God be with him, but through his journey. But I mean, it's crazy that he switches up this fast without even explaining that his old videos were wrong or something. He's like,
Well, he said he's just going to keep
with-
him up so people can watch his journey, is what he said. I mean, it's
and then he uses Jay as an example to prove his point. You know, like he was like super anti Jay Dyer. Then after like 2 weeks, he's like, yeah, go look at Jay's streams. Like, so it's like,
Yeah, it's just-
at
it's
least
just-
take your time with, you know. Like,
yeah.
at-
I mean,
at
if
least
you're going to
4
have that,
videos, you know.
I was going to say you've probably just. I mean, my opinion, it feels like it's probably better to just keep it private. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy.
No, it is.
You're not
Thank
that
you.
guy, pal.
I'm not.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, pal.
Well, I mean, do you guys want to
You
talk
don't
about
seem very private.
me?
Yeah, I mean, you got a YouTube channel. You're sharing everything with everybody, hours every week. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not going through like a conversion thing where my whole world's being upside down. But like that guy, man.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just here having fun. We're not.
Yeah, why weren't there any jokes, man? I'm still waiting for the jokes on the comedy
Well,
channel.
shoot. Okay, what do you want, man? What do you? Okay, I got
Okay.
this. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Can you hear
No,
it? That
we
fixed?
can't, man.
Why can't
No,
you
nobody
hear
can
it?
hear your
I'm
clip.
trying. Why?
No.
I even.
You doing all the layouts and shit, but you ain't working out the soundboard shit, man.
Well,
You-
shoot, man.
Yeah,
was
you
a-
got to figure out how to get your soundboard to actually go through your StreamYards.
You is a noob. You is
I don't
a
know what to
noob.
tell you, man.
Man, do another one of those karate ripoff movies from Africa.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
freaking
That would be-
awesome.
Yeah, we can do that. They've got a bunch of other ones.
Beach?
Wait,
You.
Bam. I can hear it. You. I don't know why y'all can't hear it. I don't.
Well,
I've
we
tried
can't, and that's the
everything.
most important part, right?
I mean, can you hear it?
No,
You
man.
can.
You can't. Oh my gosh.
can't.
I even asked Jim Bob, like, how do I do this? And he was like, just do this. I'm like, I've done that over and over and over. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
You just wanted to flex that you talked to Jim Bob. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're like best friends.
Oh, there's your problem.
trying
He
to
ain't got no
brag.
gas in her.
Yeah, I've
What?
tried watching Jim Bob's channel. I don't much care for Jim Bob.
Oh man, shoot. You don't like him?
Why not?
No, he's I don't know, like I've
He
been
a
getting
pussy.
into the ortho and manosphere the past few months, and I watched Jim Bob a little bit. That's how I found you. But it just seems like he doesn't listen to other people's criticisms and then reply with like a good argument. Like he'll just discount people just out of hand, and I don't know. It just he doesn't seem. I'm not entertained by him. Is what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's all.
Are you not entertained?
No, I'm not entertained.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you don't think he's entertaining, you probably hate him. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like you either love somebody or you hate them. I mean, I don't really
Well,
see
no,
any
I
other
don't. I don't hate him. I just don't think he's good at what he does. I think he sucks.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine too. Man.
Do a
I am
poll.
enforcing this whole
Do a poll.
dialectic. You either love him and affirm him or hate him.
No.
By divine
do
decree.
Do a poll. Austin thinks Anson should be banned for his statement.
Heresy.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll
You're
tell you
fine
this.
to not-
I'm still an atheist, so he can ban me for that.
Okay. Well, he likes having the atheists in the checks that give them all the content. They jump on and talk for 2 hours, and then that's how he gets his content, man.
Yeah, but I'm not one of those atheists. I hate those
That's true.
atheists.
Yeah,
Those guys are terrible.
Yeah,
They
and they
make
come on
even
and say
worse
ridiculous
arguments.
things like morality is based on.
What did you say?
You're roboting, dude.
You're robot.
You're
Yeah.
roboting. I'm your mic, dude. Logan,
I think-
you're roboting, dude.
I think.
I am.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I think one of those problems if you're like doing the debate bro, if you're just having debates with people all the time, you can get into the debate bro mode where it's about getting the gotcha or the defeater. And I think Jim Bob can fall into that a little bit. I mean, that's maybe just his style. I mean, that's like Jay's style too.
Yeah.
I'm not always into the debate stuff all the time. I don't really do it on this channel. I've had people come on and we just have a conversation. I've had people come on and they want to do the debate thing. I'm like, I mean, we can talk. I'm not going to shy away from talking, but this isn't like there's no moderator.
But Jim Bob's lives are much more interactive with the chat than, for example, Jay. Like you go in the chat and it's like you're interacting with like at least 10 people, and I think Jim Bob also interacts with the chat, so I think that's what most people
that's what they're there for.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've had some good arguments in there, but it's. I mean, I don't always want to argue. I wanted him to make some good points.
Yeah, sometimes people just like write jokes. They comment jokes.
I'll say this in their defense. It kind of gets to a point, especially as you hear just more and more ridiculous versions of the same arguments, where you almost can't stand to keep repeating the same defeaters and argumentations against them. Especially
you're just trying to find the way to reword it where they can actually understand what you're saying, because
they're never gonna change. They're never gonna change their mind in a YouTube chat box. So it's like it's kind of useless.
Nadim, you're saying that's not how you converted to Eastern Orthodoxy was a Jim Bob chat?
Yeah, no, sorry guys, I did actually. I'm being.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that Eastern Orthodox don't evangelize?
They don't. They're the Orthodox philosophers and Jedi. So they're all like pussies.
I don't know about y'all, but I converted because the Ortho Bros have the best polemics.
Wow. What was it that did it? Was it like somebody got like a really nice insult and you're like, damn, I'm gonna do that now?
Yeah, Jay Dyer said clown mass enough, and I kept laughing, so I figured Orthodoxy's got to be the way to go.
To me, it was Randy Balls. I mean, he did his Randy Balls skit.
Randy Balls.
I heard him say church one too many times, and I was like, I got to go back. Got to go back to the start.
Church.
So that's me. That's my story. I don't know what to tell you.
I think I just realized you got the pass in StreamYard. You're like the verified streamer now, so you can change. You can change your background and shit.
I've always been able to do that. I just didn't do it.
So I got a question for you.
Man.
Yeah, what's up?
So what are the YouTube rules for like playing back other content on your show for commentary purposes, like that movie you did? Did you get copyright strikes for that?
I didn't, because they specifically don't do any copyrights. They have theirs just totally open. But there are some weird, and I'm not even up to date on it. I used to be up to date on all the YouTube TOS stuff like 7 years ago. But I know there's lots of things like you can play a certain amount of seconds. Like you have to pause every 10 or 15 seconds like that to not get dinged, or people will change the speed of it so it doesn't pick it up on the algorithm. And then it has to be like, if it's specific copyrighted footage or music. Like I got my stream taken down because I showed an episode of Cops. I was just trying to make Nadim laugh. It was a really funny clip. I didn't realize I was going to get pinged for it.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, I would really like you, since you do comedy stuff and you do Orthodox stuff, to cover some of what Norm Macdonald talked about.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he did a lot of interviews about his faith.
Okay.
And I thought that, I mean, from my perspective, I thought they were really good. And he referenced Orthodox people that he read in those conversations. And I thought that you might find that interesting. I don't know if you've looked at any of that. He did a really good interview with Larry King when he was on RT.
Okay. I think I've seen it.
And, yeah.
And that's when he's saying he's deeply closeted, right?
Yeah.
That's a really good joke.
Yeah, that's the one.
Are you retarded?
That's another one, Nadim. That's another one.
He's so closeted that he doesn't know he's gay.
Yeah. I would never come out. I'm deeply closeted homosexual. Did you just come out? No, I would never do that. He's very funny guy. I have been brainstorming for things to have guests say when they jump on. I think that's a funny idea. Stealing the Norm makes people read his jokes. That's really funny.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll keep working on it, my man. Well, what? So you want to watch Norm Macdonald? Is that what we're doing?
Well, just comment. Have him pull it up and comment on it. You know, like you did for that.
Yeah.
For that, or even his Norm Macdonald live show. I mean, it's on what is that? The Internet Archive.
Okay.
I don't know how much of that is anti-TOS though. I think
I don't know. I'll find out when they pull me down. I'm finding out through experience. Is how I'm finding out. I don't look anything up.
Hey, as long as we don't have another birthday extravaganza stream that needs to be buried.
Well, okay. The next birthday extravaganza stream like that, where it's just a pure goof off. We're just goofing each other right off, man. That's the unlocking the membership stream, because I will be wearing full blackface. I'll be showing everybody. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's a
coming out as trans black.
Yeah, I'm coming out as who I really am. I'm going to show people who I am.
Because you're a
makeup tutorial.
Black man.
Makeup tutorial.
I am a deep. Yeah, it's a makeup tutorial where I show you what it is to be a trans black man, and I don't know why you're laughing.
No,
very
I'm
personal.
laughing at the deeply closeted.
Okay.
I'm a deeply closeted black man.
Yeah, I mean, it's the black on the inside that matters, really.
We gotta be more careful to keep it public.
And I know that they're listening. I know they're listening. So if there's any black Hebrew Israelites listening right now, I am blacker than you. I said it. I mean it.
Are you more Hebrew than them?
Well, to them that just means black. So yes, I am.
Y'all be careful talking about that stuff now.
I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, like YouTube will get in there in your algorithm, and they'll mess you up, man, and say the wrong word or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I don't know.
I love
that.
We
got Yakub in the background.
Yeah, they'll get all inside your algorithm, and they'll just mess it all up.
I'm
it in there. And,
yeah. I hate when corporate cronies and algorithms get all up in my crap. I screwed that up.
Well,
yeah.
Like every single one of my videos, if I look at the analytics, if I look at the views, it'll be like 500 views immediately, and then for the next month, like 4 views. And as you can see, just like every video does this top off thing. This feels like it's like I don't know if that's just how it is, or if that's just like a throttle or a cutoff or whatever. I don't know how it works.
Right. There's something in the algorithm that is stopping us. I'm being
keeping
serious.
us down.
No, I'm being serious. Like what happened to this guy Breakfast Tacos? He started 2 months after you, and his stream gained 200 viewers, 200 subs faster than you every month.
Yeah, I mean, however, I mean, it's I don't know. Maybe it's just the type of content that the algorithm likes. I don't know. That dude also does a lot of content. He does like 4 videos a day. I've never really watched him, but hello, buddy.
Full booty alchemist.
You
Full booty
So,
alchemist.
That is me.
all right. Hey, John, are you calling me an idol worshiper?
Huh?
Are you calling me an idol worshiper?
No, I wouldn't say an idol worshiper because I don't
Okay.
think you
Yeah. Say it to
worship
my
them
face.
in the same way you would.
You're an
Worship
idol
God.
worshiper.
Ah, I didn't expect you, Anson, but you took the words right out of the booty alchemist's mouth. Okay.
Yeah,
You took it
you
right out
worship
of
the
his orifice. Huh.
You worship the TOS.
I don't even understand it. I'm trying
But
to.
Wes just said the N word, so I don't think he is worshiping the TOS.
That is true. I didn't even realize I said it until afterwards. Like, oh, that's just that's out there now.
You said what, my ninja?
I guess I'm done for that now.
Oh, I mean, it's fine. I mean, as a
You know
black man, I have the card. I just have to wield it with.
There's like a high school basketball player called like John Knigge.
God, why are y'all doing this? I have my real name up here.
You wanted the
We
comedy.
is already on the list, and so we
Yeah, I
already
mean-
is on the list.
And Anton, I can bequeath you the N-word. I mean, sorry, not the N-word. The N-word pass. The end of the
No,
pass,
you,
if
you
want
really
it.
you really can't though, because I'm as white as snow. So
Well, you have my countenance.
no, yeah, that's not non-transferable.
Mm.
We're going
It's
to process this now.
transgender. Bro.
Yeah, I don't really know
it's
how
all-
white culture works. I don't know. I thought I could just give it to you.
No, that's not how white people work, man. I'm sorry.
Shoot.
My
Say it right now.
transport.
Say it. Say it. It's just a word. Say it.
Say what?
He's like, I have a job. I would like to keep my
I have a
job.
job.
Nigga, I got a job
enjoy
too.
being gainfully employed.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. Shoot, my white friends, anyways, guys. All right, John. So what's the deal? Am I an idol worshiper, like Anson says?
I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't say idol worshiper because, like, I don't think you
Yeah.
worship
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
in the sense of an idol. But I just don't understand, like, if we're only supposed to pray to the Father, then why are we praying to icons and all of that shit?
Well, do you think that you can ask me to pray for you, or like your friend, or your dad, or someone at church?
Yeah, but like that's different because we're living and the icons are dead. Does that have to do with anything?
Don't
Well,
you?
we would
Do you
say-
think? Do you think you die? Do you think your soul dies if you're in heaven?
Yeah, but we're not supposed to pray to any dead man.
Yeah, it dies when you're in heaven.
No, what I'm saying is that we're not supposed
Okay, so
to
you can't
pray-
interact
dead
with
man.
someone. We're not praying to them. We're interacting with them to pray for us. Don't you think in heaven they're still praying, or they're just like
don't know.
hanging around?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. That's why because I came here. I want to hear about this.
You're roboting, dude.
I don't think he's roboting. Nadeem's being a troll. All right. Yeah. So we would say that God is the God of the living, not of the dead. Peter says that the prayers of a righteous man availeth much. So we ask the saints who are God bearers, they've been transformed by the Holy Spirit and the divine energies, to pray for us, intercede at the throne of God for us. So,
So are they kind
I'm-
of like being used as like a conduit?
you could say that, but it's more like we are in the same church as them. It's the church triumphant, which is those who have died and gone before us, and it's the church militant, those who are still on the earth. So it's we're part of one body. It's not just because there's death that separates us doesn't mean that we're separated in faith. We could even say that they're more alive than us because they are in the bosom of the Father, wherever
Yeah.
they are in heaven or wherever.
Yeah.
So.
Internally living with Christ.
Right. So is it the prayers, like asking like a saint to intercede for you? Is that weird to you? Or is it the kissing the icons? I mean, or anything like that?
Well, I think kissing anything is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But-
You kiss your
I
mama
mean,
with that
yeah.
mouth, my man.
Actually, I don't kiss my mom.
All right. Say it. I give you the inward. I give you the inward pass.
Nigga.
Yeah. Now kiss your mom with
Nigga.
that mouth. You dirty, filthy. My God, why would he say that in front of me? Does he know who I am?
It was funny, like the other day, we were all like having dinner, and then my mom was talking about like nicknames my grandpa used
Did
to
I
have
did I
for
miss
grandma.
something, or is his volume muted?
You don't hear him? I hear him.
No, I don't hear him.
Is it Logan?
I
do you
thought
hear
it
him?
was a bit, like he was muted and you were pretending like y'all were having a conversation.
No, I hear him. I don't know. I don't know.
Who?
Do you hear
got
the
unmuted.
booty boy?
Yeah, I hear
God,
booty out
I'm
in the
here,
prattle.
man.
I don't know. Maybe Anson's got it muted. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
The real question is, do you kiss your priest's hand with that mouth?
I don't have a priest, so the answer would be no.
All right. What
And that
about
would still be
dinner? What
kinda
about
weird.
dinner?
Oh,
What about dinner?
my mom was talking about like different nicknames my grandpa used to have for my grandma, and I guess he used to call her like my little negrito or my little negrita. And then like one
Is
of
your
my
mama
sisters-
black?
No, she's Mexican. And she was like, one of my sisters was like, "What does that even mean?" And my mom like totally just landed the plane.
Don't Mexicans have the N-word pass?
Yeah, haven't you seen that
Yeah,
meme?
say it. Say it.
Which one? He did. He
Where,
already did.
Yeah, you did. You missed it. Where like there's like that big old fat Mexican out there. He's like, "Oh, like, I love all the people. All my niggas are
Oh
my
yeah, I
people."
know it.
And his black
Oh,
guy's like,
yeah, I've
"What?"
seen that one.
He's like, "I'm Mexican. I have the pass." Like,
Yeah,
"Eh, he's like, "Yeah."
I'm brown USA.
They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Ah." I was like, "Good old Americana right there. We're all coming together."
Uh,
I always got to get an Anson to say it next. That's the goal. All right, 50.
There ain't no way I'm doing that. I have political aspirations. I've run for office a couple of times. There ain't no way I'm doing that nonsense.
I mean, that's how you get the black vote. You know what the black vote?
No.
Joe Biden said it.
Yeah.
Bro, this is America. This is a melting pot. Everybody is my nigga.
Thank you, Blue Skittle, for the $5. If we
Whoa,
get another
Logan,
45,
you're such
whatever
a
it means
bigot.
for Logan to be unleashed, that will happen. He will be. He has control. If we get another $45.
Oh yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
boys, reach into your pockets, gentlemen and lady, and all you
So-
thems.
Yeah, all you is-oughts, she, they, him, hers. Come on.
Zers and
Wait,
zays.
did you guys?
I need my
did you guys-
reparations.
Did you guys see when yesterday Jay? I was watching Jay's stream. He was doing an open panel, and like a black guy was talking to him, and he's like, "You ain't asking the true questions." And Jay is looking. He's like, "It's ask. It's
Oh
ask.
yeah, I did see that.
ask."
John, what's the difference between, in your view, what's the difference between honor and worship?
Between honor and worship.
Yeah.
I think when you worship someone, you're basically putting them as a deity, and honor is more of like a certain. I'm at a loss for words right now. Reverence shown to them,
Okay.
I guess you could say.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm not claiming that it's idol worship. I'm just
No, I'm not saying you were. Somebody else in the chat was saying they had problems with it, and you said you were interested. It's a very common criticism. Protestants will say that iconography is idol worship.
Yeah, it's the same thing I hear a lot about, like, especially like around my Protestant friends and all that stuff. They're just like, yeah, these Catholics are just they're idol worshippers. They worship these people and they worship that. And I'm like, well, the same thing is like with the Orthodox people. They still pray to their saints, but I don't see it. I don't see like you guys are deliberately using them for an idolatry worship. I just don't.
Right.
I can't.
I mean, there is like,
that part.
I wouldn't even say that the Roman Catholics worship Mary, but they have, from our perspective, some weird beliefs like the Immaculate Conception. To me, that's just like very easily defeated by the infinite regress. Well, if Jesus had to be born from a woman who was precluded from sin, so then there's Mary. Well, then wouldn't Mary have to be born of a woman precluded from sin all the way up, just infinite regress? But it's like they give her like almost like a different like a different human nature than us. That's weird, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily worship. It's It's
So
it's
what-
Yeah,
like
it
closer to
is really
borderline.
weird because my older brother, he's a fucking simp. He he became a Catholic because of his wife. It's like the only way she
Oh,
married
was she
him is, like-
Latina?
no, she's white.
Oh, well.
No one in our family is married. Our family is all married to white people.
You're like me, man. You're like me. My wife's white. I mean, I don't know what it is about us Mexicans and blacks. We like our white women, don't we?
Yeah, the snow
We
bunnies.
like
as
them
Nadine
snow
would say.
bunnies.
Them snow bunnies. But yeah, and then like, and they just have like this weird like thing with Mary. It's
Why do you look
Anson,
so
stop
disappointed,
shaking your
Anson? Why
head,
yeah,
man.
you're shaming me, dude.
No,
I
I'm
made
not.
this-
I'm not shaming you. I'm disappointed in myself for not exiting this sooner.
You is a black simp.
I'll try to be more of a dancing monkey and make you laugh, so you'll stick
No.
around more, Anson.
Yeah,
I
okay, good.
apologize.
I'm here for comedy, and you're just
Okay.
not funny. It's just
Yeah, that's
you
it.
might
That's
as well be
legitimate
telling more
criticism.
9/11 jokes or something. You know.
Yeah, I mean when the
you
duty
ain't know
calls, I
my
will.
you can't joke about that, man. My uncle died in 9/11, man.
You guys ever been to an open
He
mic
didn't
night?
die in it. He sacrificed himself for it, Nadine.
Yeah,
That's it, man.
I've been to one.
He was
I
a
went to
great
an open mic.
martyr.
I went to open mic night last week. And my wife and I were. It was our 5th year anniversary, and we were like, "What are we gonna do other evening? Let's go to an open mic night." And we show up, and it's at a hotel, and we're like walking around. We don't see any signs, and on a like a bathroom door, it just says comedy in like Comic Sans. It's pointing this way. We're like, the hell is going on? We walk in this big ballroom, and there's just there's all these chairs, like 100 chairs, 2 people sitting in the chairs. And I walk in, they turn to me and they're like, this big smile. Hello, finally somebody's here. I'm like, oh God, I can't escape now. So I walk up and they're like, does it start in 10 minutes? Yeah, it should. Go get a drink and come back. Oh, actually, somebody's gonna bring drinks to you. And like,
Yeah, they don't want
All
you
right.
to go get the drink because you
Yeah.
won't come back.
So my wife and I sit down. We're like, I don't know. Do we leave? And they're like, who else performing? They're like, we are. Do you want to? And my wife's like, no. My wife, beforehand, she used the hard R when she said that. So I'll say it. But she said, I don't want you to get up because I'm afraid you'll say nigga, and you'll embarrass me. That is what she said in the car on the way.
In
She's like,
TOS,
you better
can't
not.
say-
You
can't
better
say it
not
in
get up on
TOS.
stage because you're gonna embarrass me.
It's TOS. You can't say it. It's TOS.
And it was actually I was taking a shit right before we got in the car to go, and she's like, why are you in there so long? I was like, I was writing jokes for tonight. She's like, don't you get up on stage and embarrass me. So it's just the 2 of us, and people keep like another 5 people filter in, and we're like 30 minutes goes by, and we're like, it's supposed to start 20 minutes ago, and we both got our drinks, got our bevs, and then the lady who said it's like her first time. Like the other guy's like, yeah, I've been doing this for years. And other lady was like kind of old and grizzled still, but she looked like a butch lesbian. And she's saying, yeah, it's my first time and I'm a little nervous, but I think I'll be okay. And she went up to the stage like 3 times. And we're like, okay, it's gonna start. And then she just like she sat on the stool and she got up, she's like, yep, that's good. And then she walked back, like, what? And then once she came up with her just a piece of paper with all of her jokes on it or something, and she sets it on the stool and then walks away. I'm like, what? So we waited for 45 minutes before we just got up and left. I told my wife, I was like, can we please leave? Like the second she's like, how are y'all doing tonight? I want to stand up right then. She's like, no, that's so mean. I'm like, oh, it'd be so funny though. So we got up and we just got up and like discreetly walked out, but they're all staring at us. There's 7 of us in the room.
You should have just gotten up for your open mic and told that story.
Yeah. So tonight I thought we're gonna have a real good time. This is my wife and I's 5th year anniversary. Y'all disappointed me. I just
We went to this open mic night. Not a single comic came up and told a joke. It was the worst night ever. Oh, wait. That's right now.
Hey, raise your hand if this has ever happened to you. All right. But hey, any of y'all, you 4 you people in this room, any of y'all married? You've been married for 5 years? What'd you do on your 5th year anniversary, huh? This is what I did. This is what I'm doing. This is what you did to me. Huh?
Would you ever do stand-up?
Oh yeah. I had one of my best friends back in Tennessee. never actually did it, but there was like dozens of times we were like egging each other on, like, let's go tonight, dude. Let's go right now. And we're like, I'm not good to drive. Well, yeah, it's true. So, next week we'll do it for sure.
Do it.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
time. I got you next time, bro.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, next time. Definitely next time.
Next time.
Next time, I'm not going to drink as much. Okay. What time do
I'm
I
not as
leave?
good as
we're
with,
like 6 shots in.
Okay, you're sober, right, man? Yeah, okay. All right, let's get going. Whoa, dude, what happened? I just took like 9 shots, man.
Yeah, let's have a beer to calm the nerves. Like 12 beers later, you're just like, are your nerves calm? Yeah. All right, let's go. Oh, too fucked up. I can't drive.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. We got to
we'll
plan
do it
ahead.
next week then.
I can't get up on the stage like this. I'm so slosh, dude. You do not want to hear what comes out of my mouth coming through a mic.
Oh, I do.
I one time did do stand up super slosh as fuck. I don't really remember it. I really don't remember it. No, I don't think so.
Is it out there on YouTube somewhere, you think?
If there is, claim that shit for me. I want royalties.
Was this in Vegas?
No, it's here in Cali. I just recently started getting into like comedy and stuff like that. But crap, that stuff takes a lot of money to travel. Because,
do you feel stage fright, man? Do you feel stage fright?
Not anymore. I mean, like probably like the first 50 times you go up there, you're still just like, I gotta go pee. But I mean, like you still get stage fright, but like you learn how to just like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's even this.
You become a 7-year-old when you get there.
What about 7 years old? Nadim, did you just make a weird pedo joke? What are you doing right now?
Wait,
why are you exposing my past, man?
Yeah, why are you bringing that up?
Mo, you win here? Mo?
That's why I changed my name.
Mo?
All right.
Are we talking about
Mr.
Mo?
Westford,
Prophet Mo?
I'm putting you on notice. Next time you got to have jokes. All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm
like
pure comedy.
You ever heard of airline food? What's up with that? It's in the sky. It's shoot. What do you want from me, Anson? Like, what do you want?
I mean, some blue cards.
Okay. Yeah. I'll hand them through the. I'll put it up on my screen. I'll share a screen and have the person have to read it out. But it'll just be
do you want like blue cards or do you want like bits?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I do bits sometimes.
Yeah, bits, blue cards.
Like segments, like little segments.
A blue card bit.
I think we do the actual jokes after the stream. Last time,
it gets really wild. As soon as I press in stream, y'all, if you guys are on here, it's a different energy. And like a dozen times, I'll be like, I gotta go do anything else, and I leave and I come back. And like 3 of you guys are still talking about whatever. I'm like, it's been 4 hours. What are you guys doing here?
Once it was me, Logan, Dustin, and Wes at the end of Wes's stream, and we started.
Oh my gosh!
We started.
Finish it.
Saying the most racist jokes.
That's true. Who started? Was that Dustin? That had to be Dustin started it.
Of course, it's Dustin, bro. What do you think?
I mean, there was the one time it was me and Nadim in here for like 2 hours after the stream, and then we got off, and it was like maybe 15 minutes before my shift ended, and he calls me up on Discord just to forget what he was calling me for and immediately start doing a scam skit.
For like 15 minutes.
Yes,
I was the Indian
15 minutes.
And he was. I was like the old grandpa, and he was the Indian scam, and it just started naturally. We didn't even plan it.
Yeah, I had no idea why this man called me. I figured it was like, I don't know, maybe he's trying to continue the conversation from earlier because it kind of got cut off. But no, he immediately starts out with, help me, sir, my Microsoft account is locked.
Well, I think one thing that will help me, Anson, get in the mood, getting that old comedy mood is if I was off my darn back porch, if I had a studio. So if y'all want me to be funny, you have to earn it. Please support the channel by sending in a super chat so I can build a studio so I can not feel weird about seeing my neighbor over there in his backyard while I'm saying the N-word or whatever. That'd be good for me and my family. If y'all could help. that.
Well, I'd love to, Mr. Westford, but I gave all my money to a good podcast yesterday, so I don't have any
That's
to give
good.
to you.
Define good for me.
Well, I gave $200 to whatever, so I could ask the Strumpets whether or not they were their daddy was proud of what they did. And
Did
to
you
tell
really
them
do
Happy
that?
Father's Day.
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
No,
are
That's a
you
waste
saying
of money,
whatever's a
man.
good podcast?
Yeah, well, it's entertaining. They have comedy.
What?
all right,
It's
all
just
right.
like dumb,
I'll
dumb,
Anson's
dumb.
just throwing shade over here, man.
It's
I'll
just like
give-
dumb hoes. It's just like dumb hoes talking. It's not
It makes me
comedy, it's
uncomfortable, to be honest. The
just like-
whatever
Did
and like
you guys
a
hear
Christian
that?
fit.
the
I didn't hear
only
you,
time I
but-
can watch whatever is when Andrew's on.
All right.
Yeah, that now
Booty
you're
of
just
Alchemist
being
has got his
gay.
spell book out. What's going on?
He's gonna tell jokes.
Oh,
No, I can't find my jokes. These are
What's your
the
cat's
cat
name?
room, man.
these are measurements.
So speaking of doing silly things on Father's Day, it was probably about 2-3 years ago. My friends decided we were going to go to Six Flags Father's Day weekend because we had nothing better to do, and I think I had already spent the day with the day previous with my dad, and so we went and we were walking around and riding on rides and everything. But for some reason, I had this idea in my head that I needed to every other employee I saw walk up to him and be like, "Hey, have you seen my dad?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, what's he look like?" And I'm like, "He's kind of like a taller version of me, got a beard." Yeah, I last saw him about 16 years ago, and they stopped and they turned around, they just walked away.
I can't go to.
I wish I knew.
Six
I wish I had a
anymore.
dad,
I'm banned
man.
for life.
Wish I had a dad.
It comes with the territory.
Anson, are you a dad?
I mean, it comes with the skin.
Yeah, I've got
Color.
3 kids.
When did you tell them that life is meaningless?
Actually, I've told them the opposite. That the only way to have a good life is to find meaning in your life. And
So why would you lie to
I-
them? I mean, I don't
What?
really get it.
well, I didn't lie to them. I told them that I follow a Christian ethic and that's what they need to follow.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
referencing
you follow-
a guy on Jim Bob like 2 months ago that jumped off and he said, like life's meaningless, so is yours. I don't know why you're here anyways. And he was like, are you a father? Do you have kids? And he's like, I have an 8-year-old. And he's like, would you tell that to him? He's like, yeah, I'm waiting to him being about 8 or 9, so I can tell him that his life's worthless and he's just gonna die one day and it's all gonna be for nothing. Because that's what I
messed up.
found out. Yeah. Jim Bob was like, wow, man. I mean,
No, because the worst part was he said the baby was like an infant or a toddler, or his kid, was like an infant or a toddler. And Jim Bob asked him that question, like, "Oh, you're a nihilist. You don't believe life has meaning or anything. Are you going to teach that to your kid?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll tell him probably about 8 or 9. That's when I learned, and I'll just let him know everything's meaningless."
he also said that he was an atheist because of Halo 2, which is that's
Well, I'm a Christian because of
bad
Rainbow
because
Six.
Halo
Okay?
Covenant.
I'm a Christian because
Wait,
of Rainbow Six.
what was there like was it like a Christian character and you're like, that guy's badass, I want to be like him?
I don't know. These 2 dead guys fell and they made a cross, and I was like, ah!
It was self-evident. I mean, I was converted from it. It was just like Constantine, with the cross in the sky, man. But it was just 2 dead bodies in Rainbow Six for me. Lord works
Yeah.
in mysterious ways.
That actually reminds me. That reminds me of Andrew's TikTok invasion the other night on the Crucible, where he ran into a communist who was saying he was a communist because it was like Star Trek, and then started talking about how Star Trek is like the basis
Oh,
for
yeah.
communism.
That I actually left the stream because of that. I was like, I didn't come on here to listen to a bunch of nerds talk about.
Yeah.
fucking-
That's what was it? Oh my gosh, it was, Jim Bob was watching these 2 black guys in Africa or something like that, talking about how they want to make Wakanda. They're like,
Oh,
use
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Wakanda.
God!
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed
Yeah.
me off so bad. That I have Wakanda. They said, "Oh, we have to do Wakanda because it is what is better, and it is the vision that what Africa can become. It's Wakanda."
Those
See, it
white
makes-
guys from New York that wrote this comment about black people in Africa. That's what we need. We need more of that.
Yeah, wasn't that whole story written by a
Yes.
bunch of white people?
Yes. Go on,
And then
Anson.
black people were just all like, "Oh wow, yeah, that sounds so good for us."
I know you
It's like
don't
two white
like
guys
the
in a room
word
getting black people to
wakanda.
go like this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me stick this
guy is
Gatorade
like,
cap in my lip.
Okay, so
the guy is
when I
like,
first,
I know you don't like the word Wakanda, but you know, Wakanda is the utopia for Africa, man. We need to get all Africa to create Wakanda, and this is the vision that we have been given by the white man. That
All of your
Wakanda is
accents
the
are the
future.
same, Nadim. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna level with you.
Is he doing an
Fuck you,
accent?
man.
Yeah, I think so. His
This
Jamaican
guy's
one is the
sitting
best
right
one,
here,
and
just
everything.
licking his
Like, do
balls.
Arnold
No
Schwarzenegger, and
way.
it's like, yeah, man. Get the chop, man. I'm like,
I'll be
Nadim,
back.
I'll be black.
man.
I'll be back, man.
I'll be black,
That's a
man.
good Jamaican.
I'll be back, Bamba Clot.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am the Batman.
So, like, hey, Nadim, this Swedish accent, Bombaclad.
I am vengeance. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am the Batman.
Pray to me.
I am black as day and light as night.
He's just as scared as I am. Well, where
He's
is
just
he?
as scared as I am. He's
Where
just
is he?
as I am.
He's just as scared as I am.
Walked out for a wee drop of water.
I bought this thing for nothing, dude. It still don't work.
I woke up for a little wee bit of water.
I don't know. It's a mess.
You child.
Well,
Wakanda forever.
When are you?
I mean, what do you
when
guys-
are you gonna? When are you gonna buy me a studio, Mr. Westford? I have to do my podcast. I can't start it without a studio.
well, this is the first I've heard of that. But I mean, when I make mine, maybe we can just like share it. I mean, like you can get it on the
What-
weekends or something.
I tell you what. When you get the money for yours, you can send it to me, and I'll make one, and then I'll raise money for one for you.
I mean that.
Hold on.
This-
No. Because I have a porch that I can stream on as well. So how are we going to
No,
do this? Is it
Anson-
Westford goes towards Anson, Anson goes
Okay.
towards me, and I go towards Westford?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just start building my own then.
What are we gonna call this? I'm getting Amway Anson. I don't know. It's like Amway. This is Amway.
It's called socialism.
Okay, I think it's just an MLM. Is what I think you're really doing. Some
Oh,
kind of multi-
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all right though. We're the top of the triangle.
Yeah.
You guys ever been
Well,
in an
I'm the top.
MLM?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the army.
Oh yeah, I mean, but like, you don't gotta like sell products or nothing. Anson, you ever been
Wait,
in
you're
an
in the
MLM?
army and you're a security guard? Are you in like?
Army National Guard.
Oh, you're a guard. Okay.
He didn't piss anybody off or nothing.
What'd you ask me, Mr. Westford?
Have you ever been in an MLM?
No, I've
You escaped
no, I've
them?
not. I've not done that. I don't do pyramid schemes unless they're
Mhm.
forced on me, like Social Security.
I mean, you just try to start one, so that's just what I was asking.
Yeah, no, I was trying to make a joke because it's a comedy
you-
channel. I still haven't heard any
oh.
jokes yet.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah,
Oh, now you sound like Jim Bob. Like,
Okay.
that's all he does. He's just like, oh well, these guys aren't funny. These guys aren't funny. These guys aren't funny. I'm like, yeah. Where's your career in comedy?
that's it's a bit I'm doing. See, that's my bit.
That's a
No,
It's like a mix between Jim Bob and Big Bear Tard. I didn't hear a
But,
joke. Make a joke. Get on the stream.
No
Make a
offense.
joke.
you know
No offense to you,
That-
Logan, but
that makes
oh,
sense to
sorry,
me.
yes.
That
Dance
that
monkey.
was a joke. I'm trying to work through this. I mean, it's just please be patient and show some grace with me, please. I'm trying to figure this all out. So that was a bit.
No, it was a joke. I know y'all don't have them on this channel, and so you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what that was. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, thanks for being an educator here. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I
Jokes work
didn't
best-
know.
Jokes work best when you explain them, a lot after the joke actually happens. It makes them more funny.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
That's how you really milk the comedy out of a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, we should discuss what a joke is in reference to the
Okay.
joke that I made for at least 10 more minutes.
Well, I've thought that it's when you say something people agree with and they clap.
Yeah.
Okay, so a joke is when you're charitable and nuanced.
Nadim,
Yeah.
are you all right? See, I feel similarly to how I felt many times before in my life. Where, Anson, have you ever heard of sarcasm? Is it a concept they
heard.
have in Alabama?
I heard that when your brain develops to a certain point, you're supposed to get sarcasm, like it's a sign of like intelligence or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
still haven't made it there.
So you do you have any like studies to back that up? I'm just saying. I'm not that I don't believe you. I'm just
No,
asking.
I heard it on the TV, so it's probably true.
I
Okay.
heard it on the tube.
Okay. Was it what kind of TV?
I think it was NPR, watching it on the internet. NPR usually has good stuff. So
It was
Okay.
Whoa,
So
hold
you're
up.
like
No, no,
watching
no.
YouTube on it. Okay.
It was
If
So
I can't
is
see
it
it on
big
my
enough
old,
for like one person to carry, or would I need help?
what?
Is it big enough? Is it a TV big enough, or is it too big for me to carry by myself, or would I need somebody's help?
Yeah, you'd need somebody's help. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it was a big TV. I was
It like
Yeah,
comes with a
So you
closet.
got help.
You know?
You got help. You got help.
It
yeah,
comes
I've
with a
got lots
closet.
of money, so I can afford big TVs.
Okay, and you had to pay like
Oh,
big,
well, big
strong money
point.
to come in and put it up on your wall.
Yeah, I don't use Bitcoin because NPR told me it wasn't safe.
Okay. Do you lock your doors at night?
I do. Yeah, I lock my doors and I have my Ring doorbell to protect me.
Okay. Do you have one on the back as well?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
And I make sure to keep all the firearms out of my house so I'm safe because firearms can hurt people.
Okay.
I only keep the Ring doorbell on my back door.
Are all of your windows secure? Can you get in from the outside?
No, they're all secure. Yeah.
Okay. Would
You know
would
me,
your
what
TV
I
fit
do.
in through fit in or out of a window?
An average size midget could not fit through my window.
Okay.
An average size midget.
But if
You
an
know-
average sized midget did come through your window and he pulled a gun on you, are you sure it wasn't a sandwich?
No, I'm not. No, that's a good question. He's got me stumped.
You know what I do that keeps me safe? I hang a multicolored flag on my front porch.
We all
So it
knew that
keeps-
already, Nadeem.
No, a multicolored like
That's-
a rainbow flag. You know.
That's a good point.
So
Is
it
your
keeps
chimney
me safe.
secure? Do you have a chimney?
No, I intentionally got a house without a chimney so Santa Claus would stay away from me because that guy breaks into everybody's house. He's
That makes
he's
sense.
a serial
That
burglar.
fucker Santa Claus, man.
Yeah. And the
Nadeem
Orthodox really need to consider praying to Saint Nicholas. I mean,
We
that's
do.
Yeah, y'all need to
That's-
reconsider
We do.
that because he breaks into people's houses.
Wait, really?
Oh.
You guys do?
Yeah, Saint Nicholas. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
my namesake,
I thought
My
he was
parish
Catholic.
is devoted to St. Nicholas.
Santa Claus, my man.
Yeah.
No, I know who he was. But I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was like a Catholic thing.
Nah, Catholicism wasn't around yet, man. Catholicism came out like 700 years after that, man. That's when they dropped them mixtape. But shoot, they weren't around and they weren't spitting that rhyme till much later.
All
But,
my niggas in the Vatican.
That's when
Yeah.
Wadi
Because we
came.
go in gorillas.
So, Anson, all I was asking about all that was, most people. I'm not saying this. I'm not trying to say I would steal your TV because I'm black, but I mean, I do need a good TV. So I was just asking.
Yeah.
About
Well,
that.
you can come steal mine because I don't deserve it because of my inherent whiteness.
Okay.
And so, I would feel guilty if I didn't let you steal it from me. So,
Well, how does that make? I mean, like, can you describe the white guilt? How that feels, and how can I benefit from it?
well, you see, your inherent pride and your immutable characteristic of your race makes you superior to me. And so I can't
Okay.
even question like anything that you're saying right now or have an opinion on it. So I'm going to stop.
I mean,
Right,
that
nigger.
sounds safe and wise. That sounds
Yeah.
safe and wise, and brave and bold. And I think I don't know, Nadeem. Are we making progress here? Is the race relations in our country, Nadeem, in the race relations in our country, is that being healed right here and before our eyes?
Yeah, I think as long as you kneel and put your hand up, you're like closer to sainthood. You know, you're like a sort of new modern saint. If you
Okay,
just
Anson,
kneel and
if
put your hand, your fist up,
okay.
you know.
That's enough. That's enough. Anson, if you're walking down the street, you're on the sidewalk, and you see me, I'm on the same sidewalk walking towards you. Do you change sides on the, do you go to the other side of the street?
Well,
What do you
yeah, I
do?
mean, I have to give you the sidewalk because it's your sidewalk. Because
Right.
my people oppressed you and took your valuables from you. So, I owe you that privilege.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to know, Anson, is are there any other identities I can have, and that would be good for me in this turbulent time of our country?
Well, as long as you're not cisgender and Christian,
Okay.
you're probably good. It'd be better if you were, a woman, but
Okay.
but a cisgender woman's a bad idea. So
Nobody
That's
likes
true.
black women.
yeah,
That is true. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't pull that one. But I mean, otherwise,
yeah.
I mean, the thing is that what
Yeah,
Anson's
the
saying
more
is
fluid, the better. I've heard that the fluid dynamics are really strong in the the sphere of people who have those identities. So fluidity is where it's at. It's all about the mechanics of the fluid.
okay. Okay.
Sharing it, that's good too. So
I mean, yeah, go on.
Wasn't it Norm Macdonald, the one that said that there's no problem on earth a big black dong can't fix?
yeah, he did.
What was it? What was it? The President Obama was the first president to say the N-word in an affectionate way. Is it a term of endearment? Yeah.
Yeah.
George Washington didn't use it that way.
No. Especially Abraham Lincoln.
How do you feel about prayers for the dead, John?
Wait, what?
How do you feel about prayers for the dead? Should we be praying for our fallen loved ones?
I don't know. That's still like a whole nother subject. Because I've been kind of on this whole arc where I've been, whenever I have time to look up stuff, like when is it appropriate to pray for the dead? When is it appropriate to whatever? Because I mean, we obviously pray for the fallen soldiers,
right?
But
even rest in
that's
peace
more-
is a prayer for the dead.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I'm still on this whole new journey of theology, so I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things out.
That's all good. I was gonna say, rest easy, Norm. I just didn't want to offend you, so I was just asking.
No, yeah, no.
Shoot, man. I mean, I didn't want to start hey, SA, we're cool. That's all I'm trying to say.
Because I knew this one girl I dated for like 2 weeks, and she was just like, if you pray to any dead person, you're automatically like, that's just like a ticket straight to hell. I was just like, oh, really? That was like a long time ago, and I didn't buy that bullshit. I was just like,
I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure Paul prays for the dead in one of his epistles. He asked for prayers of he mentioned something like prayers for somebody who died that took him into his household, something like that. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, and I think there's like a line to be drawn. I mean, like if you're praying for a dead person to come and speak to you.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Then it's just like okay, yeah, but I think praying for the dead is like yeah.
That's New Age stuff.
That's Protestantism right there.
That's true, man. That's true. Anson, is atheism basically just a Protestant denomination?
No.
I mean, I feel like it kind of is. I mean, I feel like it kind of is. I mean, like,
well, no. The problem is that the Protestants have been protesting for so long that they turned into BLM and Antifa.
That's true. But isn't the atheist just protesting against like one more thing than the Protestant is? I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, that's the dogma, right? So one of the things that I was told, as one of the arguments for atheism, is that Christians deny all the other gods that ever existed.
Yep.
And atheists, they deny all the other gods that ever existed plus one more.
Right.
It's
That's a very common thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like a bumper sticker level logic that I really don't like.
I mean, that could just be flipped around. Like, okay, why do you not accept this one God? I mean, it's not really like a.
It's
they look at
because
it as like this blank slate. Oh, you add one more thing, then we add it. Like it's this assumed neutral ground is what it is.
Yeah, and I can tell you the answer to that. It's because you haven't proven that the God exists, and therefore you're the one making the assertion that something exists. So the burden of proof lies on you.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I just tell the atheists that all the burden of proof lies on them. I mean, that's obvious to me.
Yeah, and then it's just a never-ending talking past each other at that point. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot to go into there. Gosh, what was it? I just lost it in my brain head. But I gotta look it up here on the Twitter. I started Twitter the other day, and somebody said something real funny. It was an atheist. My gosh, what was it? I had it in my head, and then it went away.
Yeah, that's good. We can make fun of an atheist. I like that.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, what I was thinking about is like, why isn't it's just another denomination of Protestantism, right? So, it's just the Protestants there's Christianity, and the Protestants were like, I don't like that. I'm gonna protest against this and that and this and that and this and that, and then the atheists just protest against one more thing, right? So,
yeah.
I remember what it was. I like some atheists did like some scathing tweet, and I replied to it like saying like, I called atheism a religion in it, and he got very upset. And he said, he gave a list of a religion has to have a holy book and it has to have a deity, and atheism is just you don't believe in a God. I'm like, okay, so, and he said atheism has no dogmas. I was like, okay, so an atheist could believe in God. Well, no. I'm like, okay, well then your dogma is that an atheist has to not believe in God. If you go against that dogma, then you're not an atheist anymore, right? So if you got no dogmas, then you can be a theistic atheist.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, and that's where I am.
Okay, well, that's interesting. You're a much better conversationalist than most atheists. I'll let you know. Unless we're talking about like Marvel or comic books. I mean, there's not a lot of fun conversations with most atheists, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, Marvel and comic books.
All atheists read comic books.
The Marvel and stuff like that, like Wakanda, that's all modern mythology. That's supposed to replace holy books.
Well, who was it? It was like the producer or somebody on Endgame, that movie that came out like 2019 or whatever. He was like, generations from now, children will still remember Captain America taking up Thor's hammer, and they will cheer and they will worship him. No one will remember Jesus in 100 years from now. It's like, bro,
that's pride.
You're high on your own farts, my man. It's
been 2,000 years, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's not even.
You think too highly.
It's like Iron Man and Thor are like imaginary people. Christ is a historical. Even if you don't want to.
No, but Nadim, he caught the shield, and he picked up a hammer.
Oh yeah. What a guy!
I know.
I
know.
Iron Man is the personification of pride.
It's true. He's just like
he's all knowing, and in your mythology, in the Christian mythology, the Satan was the personification of pride.
Right.
So Iron Man, he received all that knowledge, and he's all powerful because of what he knows, just like Satan, and he thinks he's better than everybody else because of it. And yeah, I mean, Iron Man's just Satan. That's all he is.
Iron Man is Antichrist, man.
I actually just had a conversation with somebody, kind of like was saying the same thing, like about music. That music is from the devil.
Okay,
they playing that.
Was he a Muslim? Was he a Muslim?
No, I gotta bring this back to Anson real quick. So Anson, when you say Iron Man is the devil, somehow coming from you makes me feel good. But my grandma would say like the exact same thing, and it made me feel real bad. So I just want to bring that up. Go on, John. I don't know why it's different with you, but it is.
It's because I come at it from the angle of not believing in the mythology of Christianity or Satanism.
So you come at it a little more objective. My grandma also would say that to stop getting me to play Magic the Gathering. I'm like, Grandma, it's just got skulls on it. Leave me alone.
Oh, what? Magic the Gathering?
Oh, I've summoned you. John, go on. What you're saying?
Yeah, no. I'm not talking about that. No, they had this whole thing about like how like the devil was the one who introduced music, and therefore it came from the devil. And to actually sing or to use music is in a form using it as a demonic praise.
It's haram.
Yeah, it's haram. But then I was just like, well, doesn't God say sing his praises?
I don't know, dude. That sounds
Like-
pretty satanic to praise God with your voice and such. I mean, I don't know.
I know, like the
Grandmas have
songs.
wisdom. That was your grandma? That was your grandma?
No, it was actually this conversation I had with this other guy on YouTube.
Oh, that was a guy saying this?
Yeah.
He sounds like a grandma. He sounds like my grandma.
Yeah. I was just like, no, dude, not at all. I was like, why would God have us sing his praises? If and like why would David play his harp to praise God and just other instances?
Because they're deceived, man. They're deceived. I mean,
that was basically his answer. He's like, well, they were deceived. You know, David did fall away from God.
This sounds also like this very obese Protestant like youth pastor I had would scold me for listening to metal music in high school. What did he call me? He called me oh my gosh, I haven't thought about this so long. He would call me an alternative. That's what he would call me. He'd be like, you're one of them alternatives. Like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you're like, you're different. You're an alternative kid.
He's calling you gay.
It was funny. I
gay?
actually did the same thing. Like, I remember one time, like it was like a vacation Bible school. And I was supposed to play guitar for like the worship thing, or like our little worship thing we had. And I had my electric guitar, and I had it on a clean pickup and everything like that. And then once it was over, I switched it to a distorted, and I played the exact same song. And they're like, "That's devil music." I'm like, oh, I just changed the tone, and it's now devil music. Although I'm playing the exact same song.
I heard that a lot in high school and middle school, listening to punk rock and so many uptight Southerners, Bible Belt people being like, "That's satanic." I'm like, I mean, is it? It's the same 12 notes. Just have like a pedal on the guitar.
We would say you can't worship.
You cannot use your whammy bar because your whammy bar is a phallic.
That's just closet. He's deeply closeted, is what that is.
He's deep, but yeah. I've heard that argument too, because he's like, "Oh, you have a whammy bar? Isn't that like playing with a phallus?" I was like,
yeah, like,
wow.
Don't you?
Okay.
It's okay when you get up on stage. Okay, listen to me, John. It's okay for you to get up on stage, and you can even use the whammy bar. But the moment you ejaculate, it's too far. And I know it's always a temptation for you. I know. Well, but I'd like to hear the.
That's never happened, unfortunately. I'll wait for the day. Wait for the day, because I mean, but that's never happened.
I would. Who was this guy that says singing's bad? What would he think of C.S. Lewis and Tolkien? Both of them wrote stories where the universe was brought into existence from God singing. Would he be like? Would he say? I would love to lay it as a trap. Like, you like Tolkien, right? Yeah, I read it to my kids. Is like, so like Aslan's like Jesus, right? Yeah, he's like Jesus. I love him. So you like Lord of the Rings too? Yeah, like Gandalf. He's like such an old wise man. I look up to him. How do you feel about both of the mythologies coming into being from singing? I'd like to retract everything I've said. It's satanic. It's right up there with. Oh, but even worse, like you think Harry Potter is like evil and satanic? Yeah, it is. No singing involved in that one. I mean, that one's good to go. That one's good to go for you, man.
Harry Potter, although I've never seen Harry Potter. But also the other
No
thing
singing.
I said was like, I was like, aren't the angels in heaven singing God's praises?
Yeah.
All the time.
Holy, holy, holy art thou.
Yeah, holy,
Lord.
holy, holy. And they sing that all the time.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of a Doug Stanhope joke.
Who's
where
that?
he says that
Doug
doing drugs
Stanhope.
doing drugs leads to people of Mr. Westford's race dating white women and jazz music.
Ah. You like
That's
Theo
why I don't
Von?
listen to jazz music.
That
You like
dang
Theo
jazz
Von?
music.
The last stand up I watched was my wife and I took like a 4-day getaway trip last week for our anniversary, and we watched a Theo Von stand up. I thought it was all right. We
Theo
laughed.
Von's cool. Did you
I
ever
think
see his preaching when he was a kid?
No, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
he was a preacher. He was
What?
he was a child preacher. You can
Did he
look it
have
up on
those-
YouTube.
Was he dressed up like in a cowboy suit? I imagine he would do like
No, he
like
was dressed up. He was
tap
dressed up in a
dancing.
suit, and he was like, he was one of those fire and brimstone teachers. Like, God will not believe that. You will burn in hell. Like, Google that shit.
Can we watch it, please?
Theo street preaching? What?
He's not a street preacher, but he was a child
Fire and
preacher.
brimstone. Oh,
Child preacher.
oh, that's a deep fake. That's a deep fake of him on Oprah. What? You gotta help me. Theo Von, she can't get to school now. What do you?
Just like
I don't think I
Theo
see
Von,
it.
child preacher.
I tried.
Child
I don't see it.
preacher.
Let me try again.
If you don't go preach on the street, you going to hell.
He's not a
Are you
street
sure this
preacher.
wasn't a deep fake and you got bamboozled?
No, because he talks about it all the time on his podcast. How he was this preacher.
No,
And he shows
I haven't
it all
listened
the
to him
time.
enough.
It could have
Simple-minded
been.
said- Go on.
Oh.
Go on.
It could have been one of his bits that somebody turned into a deep fake, like an authentic deep fake.
No, and he was also like, no, he grew up very, very religious. Like he grew up religious, and then he's actually a very good singer as well too. He was like in this like worship band and everything like that.
Theo Von is a deeply closeted preacher. That shit's funny.
I'm gonna try
simple-
to find it. I'll send you. The
Okay,
link.
send it to me. Simple-minded said main problem with Eastern Orthodoxy is blatant racism, where ethnocentrism, which is a heresy in our church, and the disregard for spreading the gospel to all nations in fear of corrupting their little ethnic church social clubs. As lies and slanders, sir. Even if Orthodox people are doing that, that's against their own religion. They are in error.
Wait,
So-
the last part sounds like Protestantism.
Pure blasphemy / self-idolatry. I don't even know what you're talking about there. I don't know. Did you find
Sounds
it?
like Calvinism, to be honest.
I found this thing that says deep fake. I don't know. Let me just pull it up.
There, I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it? Where'd you send it? On my Instagram or something?
No, just in the chat.
Oh, gotcha. Which chat? Oh, the private chat. Boom,
Yeah,
got it.
private Chat.
It is the one I was looking at. It says deep fake. Is that real?
No, this is real. This is real.
All right. It's just a little sus
Says
that you put,
deep
they
fake,
put
bro.
deep fake, man. I don't know.
What's it? You
It's
can't
real.
read,
It's
man.
really real deep fake.
It's a deep fake, bro. Look at it.
It's not a deep fake, dude.
On me,
It's a
dude.
deep fake. Look at it. John, how dumb are you?
It's a
People
grown
want
ass
to know
man's face.
What that means, you just said. In your own word, tell us what does that mean.
I don't know what you're talking
If you
about.
don't want
I
to
don't
talk
know.
the way this Bible talks, you should keep your
I know
mouth
this
shut.
thing is it's a
The
deep
Bible
fake.
says
Is that
does
Justin
not
Long?
interpretation belong to
My
God. Genesis chapter
interpretation.
40. Read it.
Yeah, I know what it means, but I just can't.
Please let him speak. Yes.
Means well, I know what it means, but it's just hard to understand. But you gotta realize that the prophets were out there saying, "Thus saith the
You
Lord,"
mock
and,
my
they didn't
pain.
even know who it was. They didn't understand what they were saying.
What was that?
You didn't understand
Look,
what they're
that's
saying.
him. That's him on top. That's the actual guy.
Yeah, that's Theo Vaughn. And then that's him
Wow,
right there.
man.
The other one, the one the far
that
top one is him singing. Yeah.
Is
He's
that
actually
him
a really
in
good
the-
singer.
Wow, this is when Theo Vaughn caught predators in the act, man. That's pretty crazy that if you get Theo Vaughn did that.
You can't watch cops. It's gonna be copyright.
I know. Oh my! I didn't know that Theo Vaughn was an Asian dude. He's a huge creep. Damn, I didn't know that much about him. I guess.
No, the top one is him singing. The top one.
Why is he like Randy Savage?
John, were you serious?
This is real. This is real stuff. He talks about this.
Oh yeah, he does.
And yeah, he does. And this is real stuff.
John, are you dumb or retarded?
Yeah, I'm gonna be offensive or anything, but do you have Down syndrome?
Who, me?
Yeah. I gotta see what this is. I hope I don't get
Are you retarded?
Okay.
Eels things.
It is Randy Savage. I knew it.
Just like you're trying to steal the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt, but that won't work.
Oh no. Oh no.
I see we got Nadine speaking
When they said they
Lebanese.
wanted the greatest of all time, they said, "Give us the honky tonk man and Colonel Jimmy Hart." You better.
I'm gonna. Oh, it was under the giant. I'm getting out of there before I get demonetized for whatever that is.
It was Joey Diaz.
Whew.
Oh, that's silly.
Yeah, that was Theo Vaughn as the child preacher. This guy is a fucking legend.
He's multi-talented. He's multi-talented.
And then he got caught up in this cult. That was crazy.
Wait, what was? Tell me about that one. I don't know that. I don't know his story that much. I've seen him like a dozen times.
He got caught up in one of those new age cults when he was 17, 18, something like that.
So he needed a child preacher to help him out.
I used to do cocaine, man.
That's just your opinion, man. Literally, you know the gospel because the Orthodox Church spread it. So I'm sorry.
Everybody telling me, have you seen Barbie movie?
I have not seen the Barbie movie.
I actually just had this conversation on TikTok with somebody where they said that Christianity never got to Africa until 1998.
Had they heard of Ethiopia?
No, that's what I said. That's what I was like. Have you heard of the Ethiopian?
Have you heard of Egypt?
They're like, yeah.
Have you heard of Alexandria? Come on.
The volcanic erection of 19...
That had to have been a fake. There's no way somebody actually.
There's people that believe
no. Go
Yeah.
on TikTok. Go on TikTok and debate black people, and your mind will be blown.
See, now I've never had a TikTok account. My only exposure to it is when Andrew invades it. I have no idea what it's like. Are people all like that on there?
Okay.
I've never actually spent time on there.
Okay, Andrew finds the we'll say he finds the sane people. Those are the sane ones. There's worse. There is far worse.
There is some that are better.
One lady told me that the Native Americans taught the Europeans how to domesticate horses. I was like, oh, really? I was like, so nobody used horses in Europe or anywhere besides until Christopher Columbus came here, and then the Native Americans taught him how to domesticate horses, and then he brought that knowledge back to Spain with him.
I mean, what do you guys think about Christopher Columbus? Was he a bad dude or was he a good guy? Anson?
Christopher Columbus?
Yeah. How do you weigh in?
I don't know. He did a lot of really good stuff. And
would you get a beer with him?
No, I don't drink. But if I did drink, I don't know. I probably would. He'd be an interesting person to talk to.
Do you think you'd be funnier if you drank?
Do I think I'd be funnier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm absolutely funnier if I drink.
Okay. Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, John, what do you think about Christopher Columbus? Okay. You got to date, kill, or smash. Okay, Christopher Columbus, George Washington, Barack Obama. Go on.
I would kill Barack Obama. No offense to US.
Whoa.
You can't say that.
Wait, you literally can't say that. I think the FBI can.
It's like I hate your guts and everything about you. No offense. You disgust me. No offense, but go on.
Well, I just don't want to disrespect your color.
Buddy, I thought we were buddies, buddy. You are now dubious in
And
my
then
mind.
I would probably I would have fucked George Washington because I don't want to kiss him.
That's a something to hear, man.
Because he has
That's the
wooden
most
teeth.
American shit I've ever heard.
And then I would date.
I'd fuck
Columbus.
George Washington right up his ass.
There's nothing more American than putting it in. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
You thought the Delaware River was a long river? Wait till you see this Washington. I'll tell you the meaning of Christmas. You thought Paul Revere was loud.
So that means you date Christopher Columbus. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean he like show you the world and
Yeah, I mean he has a
Probably
ship.
pretty
He has
interesting
a
guy.
fleet of
Those
ships.
Saladin and those Spanish witches.
Yeah. I mean, George
What
Washington
about
has
you?
wooden teeth. Imagine
okay.
kissing that guy. Imagine kissing somebody with wooden teeth.
Okay, okay, Logan, you got to date one, you got to fight one, and you got to sleep with one. Okay, you got Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, or Steven Crowder. Go.
I abstain.
Well, then they're all gonna do all three to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know who Theo Vaughn is.
We just
We've
saw him
just
as a
been
child
talking
preacher.
about
You-
him.
Did you have a
I'm
stroke?
sorry, I was driving home.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so gay.
You have a car. We don't have those yet in India. I mean, Lebanon.
Lingy.
Sorry. Lebanon. Hey, Nadim, do you have cars there?
No, you only have like camels and donkeys.
It seems like every chat, man, Bill Hicks is there. He
Yeah,
never
dude.
shows up.
He's hey,
He's
Bill. Hop in,
He
Bill.
has like
Bill Hicks is like Pepperidge Farms. Bill
He has
Hicks
like
remembers.
True. That's why I put it in. Yeah, Crowder knows how to please a man. He wears dresses. That's
yeah, he does.
Did you know? Apparently, he openly said he was a struggling homosexual or something like that.
Yeah,
No,
he
I
did
did
say he was
not.
like a struggling.
He
He
looks
did
like
say
one.
that
Yeah.
he struggled
He's a
with
bisexual?
bisexuality.
Yeah.
Bisexuality.
Okay,
The dresses need a lot more
Wes,
after that.
Wes,
I mean, he's
date
Canadian,
kill-
so I mean, we'll give him some credit there. Okay, he's Canadian, so
Yeah, I mean, your default at least like 20% gay, right?
yeah,
Yeah, and even
exactly.
the most manly man in Canada is Jordan Peterson, and he cries on stage. So
yeah,
true, yeah.
exactly.
Okay, that's okay.
So, I mean, we can-
Wes, date kill, fuck, Jordan Peterson, Steven Crowder, or Matt Delahanty.
Oh, wait, okay. It's I have to make love too. Sorry, let's raise the bar a little. I have to make love, date, or fight. You say, oh, kill? Is this like an
Yeah.
execution, or do I have to
fight.
beat him?
An honor
You
duel.
can beat him to death if you want to.
Well, I mean, the easiest one to kill would be Matt Dillahunter. Who was the other people?
You can just roll him off the stage.
Steven
Yeah,
Crowder.
Steven Crowder. He supposedly he knows some martial arts, so he'd probably not fight him. But I mean,
He is pretty knowledgeable in jiu-jitsu.
right. I mean, I do think he'd probably be the best lover. He can roll around and wears dresses.
Mhm.
I think he'd feel a little insecure about me being black, though. I think that it'd be just a weird dynamic. So definitely not date. Who am I dating then? What's the dating?
Jordan B. Peterson.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh,
my
no,
God.
that's the worst one to date.
Yeah, he can come on a live stream when the Twitter comments are too mean to you.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to say a single thing without it just being a whole conversation.
Hey, babe, how are you doing today?
My love.
Well, you know.
Honey, what depends on what you mean. Oh my God!
What do you mean by a good day?
You just have to let him go. You just have to let him go. Like, honey, I was
Well,
saying
it's a problem.
we're gonna be late. We're
About
gonna be
that.
late. It just depends.
It depends on what kind of time. Do you
Yeah.
consider yourself time, or do you consider yourself space?
Do you remember when you were a child and you would just look at every crack on the sidewalk and the
Morty, shut
grass?
up, Morty.
It's
Well,
like
you see, I can't clean our room because you have to clean your room, Bucko. So you have to clean our room.
well,
I'm doing
Manuel is
for
asking
you.
if I'm going to start culturally flinging poo around or if he's a racist. I don't see how. The problem I have with that is I don't know how that's an either or necessarily. It could be a both
Because
and.
you're our dancing monkey.
That is true. We have lots of evidence to suggest. Dilla Monkey would die if you say he's married to a man. That's true. That is true.
Well,
if
his
you-
boyfriend is pretty attractive.
Is
Oh.
is flinging poo against the TOS?
I don't. Well, I'm trying to figure out like, how do you culturally fling poo? Is it like dignified? Like yes.
Yeah,
And it's like
you have to know it without
pat it back and forth?
appropriating. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Das nigga poo. Here you go.
All right. How long does it take a black woman to poop?
No.
9 months.
No.
I text
Not even
9
9
months.
months. I'll probably say within about 4 weeks.
What?
What?
What? He's saying they gonna abort.
All right, I gotta exit on that one. This is getting too heavy. I'll see y'all later.
All right, I'll try to be funny next time.
Pussy. Bye, pussy.
Oh,
bro.
whoa,
This is
dude!
going
This
to
is a
damage my
children's
family.
program, man. This is a family show, man.
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. My kids are right here, guys. Watch your mouth.
I mean, happy Father's Day,
Do you
John.
know?
Happy
Do you know
Father's Day.
the? Do you know
Thank
the Family Guy episode when they're like,
I haven't
they
met any of
start
my
talking
kids
about
yet,
the
but
Indians in front
I
of
was
them.
gonna-
and
they're
they're
out there.
We're just gonna keep talking over Nadim. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I was like, Happy Father's Day, John. I hope not, because understanding a little bit of your past, that'd be something there. You know,
It's like,
I'm sorry, man.
I haven't met them yet, but I mean,
Yeah.
luckily, no one has been like, "Hey, you owe this." I'm like, okay.
Just go back to
I don't.
Vegas, look around a bit.
Nadim,
Maybe
sorry,
that was
brother. Nadim, what were you trying to
Jamal's
say
kids.
about Family Guy? When you've
Yeah,
seen one of my kids, you've seen Jamal. Go on, Nadim.
there's a Family Guy. There's a Family Guy episode where they're like in India and they're walking around and they start talking about them in front
Is
of
it
them and they get angry and they're like, quick, press the red button.
Oh,
and they
like
press
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
I haven't seen it.
Red button.
and they press it and they just fall asleep or
I haven't seen that, so I can't laugh
Have you
along with
seen
you.
Jamal? Fucking Hicks. I swear to God, that guy must have like 4 computers or like 5 phones on like
Yeah.
every stream,
Oh my
and he's just like, "Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, gang? What's up, gang? Nub up. Like, hit that like. Did you guys remember Pokemon Go? You remember that?
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see those guys that walk around with like, I'm not even kidding, like pockets of batteries and they'd be charging like 4 or 5 phones, playing multiple accounts at once? Yes, you see those people?
No,
That's gay.
We
but
used to call
I saw
them.
that,
We used
yeah.
to call them a lot of words. My brother and I actually beat a couple of them up just for fun.
You take their
Whoa.
lunch money? That wasn't that long ago. How old are you, John?
I'm 32.
You're older than me. You were not. This was not a high school bully thing. It's just
No,
Just
who
you and your
said
brother
high-
being
who-
like-
who said bullying had to end at high school?
Well, I mean, I didn't say it got to, but I mean that's just usually the context. Most people grew out of it, you know.
It's just too much fun. It's
the big
building
thing I
character.
remember-
It's building character.
You'll
Building
think
character.
when you're older, kid.
The big thing
Well,
I
they were our
remember
age.
with Pokemon Go
And he's like
was
56. You learn when you're older.
the big thing I remember from
56-year-old.
Go on.
We're about to throw hands, so help me.
All right. Okay. Date, kill, sleep. Nadim, John, or Wesley. Go, Logan.
I guess Nadim's going down.
Obviously,
Wait.
obviously.
Yeah, the
Logan.
booty alchemist is of course going down in a different way.
I can swap.
Whoa, that's being too gay, man.
And then Westford's getting promoted from my token black friend to my black boyfriend.
Yeah.
Can't believe you killed me, Logan. Can't believe you did.
I mean,
I'm sorry. The others, they fit their roles
I mean,
too
look at
well.
us. Look at us. I mean, John, you do jujitsu, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
no.
me and John both knew some jujitsu. So yeah, Nadim, what do you got?
I used to do jiu-jitsu.
How long ago, huh?
What was her name?
Didn't you hear?
Yeah. How close are you to Palestine again?
Yeah.
It's about what you say, like 100 kilometers.
Okay, so that's where you met jujitsu.
Exactly. Jiu-jitsu.
You done diddly got that joke, man. You done diddly got it. I'm proud of you, man.
Yep.
Well, what were we saying? Oh yeah, icons. Hey, John, where'd you go? I can't see your face. I can't see your image, man. I can't see I can't see you. I can't see none of y'all. It's just me. Nadim's in darkness.
He's
Logan.
too afraid. Oh. Hello, Logan.
You're
what are you doing? Logan.
Doing your mom.
all right.
Come to show us your blue eye.
Yeah. His
I'll show
scabby
you my
skin
brown eye.
and his blue eyes.
Brother, you cannot say assalamu alaikum then congrat about whiskey. You cannot.
Assalamu alaikum. I don't know what you said.
Yeah.
I don't speak Lebanese, okay? So calm down.
He wasn't speaking Lebanese. That only happens when we make him start dying laughing.
That's true. That happened earlier. That happened. I don't even know what it did. It. Nadim, what were you laughing earlier?
It was Theo Von, bro.
It's just
It was John thinking Theo Von was the child preacher.
We saw the footage.
That's a real thing, dude. He really was. Because I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that video a long time ago.
It's like a 10-year-old body with like a 45-year-old face.
How old is Theo Von?
He's probably like in his 40s.
He's born 1980, so 44.
I was close. I said 45.
Oh wow. What do you want? What's that? Dustin, what's he saying?
Logan.
Logan doesn't have A10. He shouldn't try to astral project to Hyperborea. They call him the N-word and kick him out. What is Hyperborea?
Huh? You don't know about that gnome Hyperborea?
Hyperborea. Nah.
Dustin said N-word just so you can read it or you like put it on screen. He wouldn't have said N-word. He would have said
Logan, that's what I was gonna say, Logan. No offense to you, okay? But I know this one girl. She's in the reserves. She's in the Army Reserves as well. And she
that just explains it. Like there's a woman in the army that just explains it, you know.
Well,
no,
she
you
just
probably have a
won't
fake
shut
and gay
up how
army
much
too, okay?
she won't shut up about how she's serving her country. Although she goes to training like, what is it, like 3 times out of 6 months or something like that, she said.
Oh,
and
dang.
The rest of the time she's on OnlyFans and she has 3
Oh
kids.
my gosh.
Oh, that's disgusting.
By 3 different dads. And I'm like, you are a worthless servant. You know?
Have you asked her to make you a sandwich or anything?
No, I would not touch her with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, I was gonna say if she's gonna serve your country, she can't serve you a sandwich. I mean, she got her priorities all messed up.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, you ever cooked an MRE, bitch?
So are there like? I don't watch whatever very much. I've seen like maybe an hour of it. John, it sounds like you watch it a little bit. Like, do the women on OnlyFans think it's like legitimate and like a job, or do they like straight up like, yeah, it's prostitution, like it's
It varies.
I'm a whore.
I
Like,
would say about 80% of them believe it's a real job.
That's too high. That's too damn high.
It's like the same
They're
thing.
so
Like, I had
prideful of
this
their wholeness.
argument. I had the same argument with like a couple of streamers where they were like, yeah, streaming is like it's like one of the hardest jobs out there.
Yeah, so
What?
difficult.
Really?
So
I was
difficult.
like, really? I
I'm
was like,
sweating all the time. Man.
I was like, so me out here, like, and it like, and at the time I had this
Cleaning
argument
up
with them.
shit from a
I
bathroom
was
is
no, I was working for this company where we had to install water mains. It was like for the city. So they're like these 18-inch pipes in diameter.
Oh, I know you like
and
18-inch
just
pipes. So.
yeah, as long as
Dean, why are you making everything weird and sexual? I mean, that part's over. We know that he's mad. He's mad that Logan chose to kill him. That's what it is.
You can read my name.
Sorry, Nadim. The other options just fit too perfectly for the roles I was given.
Who's
But,
the dude
like-
in the bottom right? Is he a stand-up comedian? That is Theo Vaughn. Say hello. Theo Vaughn.
Hello.
He too fat to stand up.
But yeah, I was just like, oh, so this is not hard work at all, like to be sit out here in the sun or anything like that. He's like, well, the thing is like, at least you guys get like a lunch break. I'm like, oh, I was like, have you ever worked like a job? Well, I had a job at Dollar General one time, and just interacting with people was just like the worst thing ever. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to interact with people at all. I was like, oh, so you became a streamer?
Where all you do is interact with people?
I was like, isn't that your old job?
Well, I mean, at least they can't throw sandwiches at me anymore. I saw that happen once when I was working at Starbucks, and somebody threw a hot sandwich through the window and hit my coworker in the head.
How is being a non-famous streamer a sustainable income for this guy?
Well, I don't know. Hey, if anybody wants to support the channel, you can
Exactly. You have to pay the cash app. Like,
Cash app, $, keep Wesley weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pinned in the
Exactly.
comments.
I did it on purpose just to.
So far, I've made $5 this stream, which is if you divide that by the hours, it's not looking good.
It's 2.5 hours.
That's
per hour.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's like $2 an hour.
2.5. Sorry.
It's like $1 an hour.
Motherfucker, shave your arms.
Shave your arms. Show me your tummy.
I'm not gonna do a Wes Watson impression until I get the studio. I will not. It's too many F words to on my back porch.
Motherfucker.
You guys say it way more than me. I mean, I feel weird. There's a hummingbird right next to my head.
All right, so here's the real thing. What's the donation goal to get the live arm shaving stream?
When I hit, let's say, I don't know, 500, that's another $205.
All right. Who all's in for the live?
Just don't call me a cheap date, okay?
Yeah. I know. You a classy broad. You got to get all the. You got to get it all paid in.
Yeah, man.
If you don't pay for my
it's a
rent
real
the
job.
first date,
It's a real job.
If you don't pay my rent the first date, we ain't going home.
You ain't paying for the daycare for my babies while we going out on this date on the first date. You ain't worth it.
What's the difference between Wes and a prostitute? Like, he just sells his face for money,
Well, he has a red dot in his face, so that makes it all better.
Well, you see, the difference is.
Yeah. just leave me.
Where's the punchline? He got cut off.
No, that was the point, just to cut it off.
Yeah. Hey, Logan, your mic cut out there. Can you please say that again? Please.
Do you know Dana White? Do you know the Dana White clip? He's like, what's a bald guy with no friends? He's like on a live stream with a guy, and he just leaves. And he's like, he's like, oh, he left just at the punchline.
I do regret. Oh no, my dot. I do regret last week not getting up the moment that the lady got up and be like, "How y'all doing tonight? Get up and leave." That would make the story so much better. But my wife was there. We really wanted to go to a restaurant that was like 5 minutes down the road, and it had already been, we'd been there for like an hour. Like it was like 40 minutes or something like that after the time it was supposed to start. And it's just 2 people that were going to do it. So they're not even going to be on stage for more than probably 5 minutes apiece. And I don't know if it was a stage fright. They just didn't get up and do it. We just sat there like, do we go? I don't know. We just wait. We just like, let's give them a couple more minutes. And we like, did that many times until like, we're just going. Man.
Oh my God. My cat's trying to get
How much time did you stay there?
We got there 10 minutes before it was gonna start, and we left like 40 minutes after it was supposed to begin. So we were there
That's
for like
weak.
50 minutes, dude.
That's weak. Weak. You gotta shave your arms after that. It's like weak. How are you even a man? You waited 40 minutes.
I mean, hey, some of mine, if you want to come on and have a conversation instead of just saying a bunch of this anti-Christian stuff on my chat, you feel free to, man. We're goofing around, man.
Mary, she's truly.
Is that in your head? Was that part of the liturgy in your head?
Who, me?
Yeah, sound like you're about to start singing the liturgy.
I was just reading something.
Oh.
Was it Simple Mind?
Yeah. He's going on about me being an idol worshiper or something. I don't know.
Okay, Simple Mind, I'm your father.
Oh,
well, I mean, like, look, I'm a Protestant. I don't even find it idol worship. Okay, so I mean, like, you gotta be reaching to the sky, motherfucker. You gotta be reaching. You gotta have that reach around going on right now.
I mean, if you're gonna argue against icons, you gotta at least go and look at the Seventh Council, because that's what it was about. So then you can actually understand what you're arguing against if you don't like it. But then if you reject the council, then there's all this other cascading issues of now you're not in agreement with the ancient church. So then you have to it goes back to the continuity thing, you know.
Well, you see,
man,
the problem
you better join the stream, man, because you was being a weak ass dude.
Whoa,
don't be a Lebanese and join the club.
Nadim. Okay. Logan's the one that hurt you, man. Don't bring it on somebody else, man. That's weak. That is petty. It's womanly. That's womanly, man.
Nadim, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
On God, we bussin', man.
All right, okay. Let me Nadim. I'm giving you the chance to make things a little bit even. Okay. Kill, date, make love to. One of the three of us. All right, go on. This is your opportunity to even the playing field.
Okay, I'd make love to Logan. I'll just completely obliterate him.
Oh my God. Oh, the team is now the power bottom buddy.
You want to smack or die?
Okay, go on.
So two people are gonna die. Logan.
Are you ready to take the alchemy?
I'm
Logan
ready
is gonna
to transmute the love.
I will interpret
Logan is gonna die.
it.
Logan is gonna die by the sleeping part.
Yeah, by Snoop.
I'll kill John and I'll date Wes.
Wow, I'm just the most dateable one here, man.
They
know I'm steady. They know I'm steady.
Oh my gosh. Are we going to have to do this for everybody on the panel? Just get it out of the way.
Okay, John, your turn.
Before that, y'all want to, like, you guys ever work at Amazon ever? You guys ever work at Amazon?
No.
I worked there for like 3 years inside the warehouse. I saw some things there, man. I saw things. There's because you can buy like anything there. And they'd often have like this really gross plastic. It's like a black plastic that's like sticky and weird, leaves a film on your hand. So anything that was like too gross and weird and sexual and degenerate, they'd have that. But because everyone at that you work with is like an edgelord, they'd rip it open. So you'd open up a bin and see the worst thing you've ever could have imagined. And John, before you say who you're gonna date, kill, or make love to, I just want you to imagine ordering on Amazon, anal stretching kit. Go. I had to see that. I saw it.
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
been able to unsee it.
That's disgusting.
Anal hooks. Go, John.
Anal hooks. Oh, I'm familiar with them things.
I lived in Vegas.
I lived in Vegas.
I've actually used those a couple of times. Never mind. But
I ain't
don't
want to know that.
know.
I ain't want to know that, John. I want to know that.
I have video. Logan seems like a kind of person that would be fun to go on a date with.
So thoughtful.
That's so gay.
And
Mr.
Mr. Westford.
Bucko.
Baco. I guess I'll have to fuck Wes, and I don't like Arabs, so
Bro,
you know how hairy he is, so
yeah.
People killing me, man.
yeah, you dead, Nadim.
Bro, I showed you. I'm the only ones between them two that I showed you my nipples, man.
Nadim, I've seen your nipples like 4 times now, man. I'm not impressed. That's all I'm saying.
You want to see them once again?
No.
You play dumb games, you get dumb prizes. That's a threat. That was a threat. So, I mean, where do we take it
I
from
hope
here?
you all don't take offense to this, but the conversation reminds me of when I what? Hold on.
Engage with the children of Ishmael. He's saying the Muslims.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck your Muslim shit.
I feel this conversation feels like when you're like a middle schooler or whatever, or like an elementary kid, and they had like the little paper things that did this. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
like
yeah.
go one way and then the other way. Like
Yeah,
say a color. Okay, blah blah blah. Say a number.
I knew this girl Jennifer Jones who did that all the time.
Prattle.
So, like, do you want to make out yet? I don't know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make out.
Magic 8 Ball. Will I regret my decisions tonight? Try again later. All right.
I was saying ask Ross or Skeptic. They know their way in an elementary school. You know.
Yeah, or apophatic wherever that man is. Probably out there in
disappeared, man.
The only 9-year-old in college. I'm trying to say.
Yeah, what happened to apophatic, man?
He's busy with his summer courses. He's got to earn that PhD by the time he's 11, man. He's got a busy life ahead of him.
What a nerd.
I know, right? I know.
Where'd you get a trade?
Have you ever been in an MLM, John?
I'm not too familiar with what MLM.
Multi-level marketing. It's like
Amway?
a big team.
Wait, what?
Cutco?
You're roboting, dude. Logan, you're roboting.
Bro, unmute.
What's it? Essential Oils, Young Living.
Oh no. like all the oil stuff that people do.
You order
Yeah,
product from the company, you sell a product to others, but you also make money by referring people to become product buyer / seller.
Oh, that's like that Mary Kay bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
This,
yeah. Okay.
Andrew Tate.
Basically.
My boy
Nadim,
Andrew
do they
Tate.
have
Don't
MLMs?
talk shit about Andrew Tate.
Whoa, you like Andrew Tate?
He's funny.
I've never gave it a try. Is he as funny as Theo Von?
Actually, he's funnier than Theo Von, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, if it's with him and his brother together on their little emergency meeting stuff, then yeah, they're pretty funny. Other than that, they're pretty cringe most of the time.
I like the idea, the thought that Josh, the Orthodox guy, is gonna see this somehow and like watch the first hour of it, like of us talking about him, and then he just never turns it off, or he like leaves it running and comes back and it's still playing and it's something just totally different.
Well, he's gonna be like, "Oh wow, these people, this guy's actually like reacting to my stuff," and then he's gonna open the panel for everybody to talk about it, and then it's just gonna be this.
What if he does this? And he's like, okay, guys, All right, today we're going to react to Mr. Westford reacting to me, and he has to watch the whole thing.
He's like the smaller J die.
Here's some advice for you. What's his name? Jake?
Josh,
Josh.
I know you're listening.
Start running, shave the neck beard, and carry on.
Have you
Listen,
ever heard of rucking?
Ruck? No, never.
No, you don't like rucking?
I mean,
He's
I've done it
the
before.
National Guard. National Guard don't ruck.
I'm convinced.
Well,
I'm
I've
convinced,
gone
John.
through.
I'm convinced that if John grows a beard, he'll become Orthodox. You know, like just by default.
Scientifically proven.
Is that how it works?
Grow a beard.
I can't stand beard. If it
Has
starts
anybody
getting any
been
longer,
converted
if
because
it
of
gets
beards in
any
Orthodoxy?
longer-
Like, oh wow, like beards.
if this shit
Wow,
gets any
love
longer,
your beard, man. Can I be Orthodox? Love your beard.
You don't like beards? Is it because of Mexican? Do you like? Can you grow a really big mustache? I feel like you can grow a really big mustache.
Like that.
no, I can grow a full beard. I just hate hair on my face, and where we are, it's just hot as fuck. It's
Oh, so
100
you shave your arms?
It was 112 today.
Do you shave your arms, John?
Not unless if I'm competing in like a bodybuilding.
Ballet dancing?
So where do you think when Wes Watson said, "Do you even shave your arms? You're not a man," or whatever? Like, where did that come from? Was that him being used
I
to like
think
bodybuilding stuff?
Being womanly.
he never
just being
bodybuilt.
womanly.
He never bodybuilt. He didn't do anything like that. For him,
He's
it's
totally
it's
on
more,
roids, right?
He is on roids, but for him, it's more of a metrosexual thing. Men, you have to like show if you're gonna get buff, if you're gonna get big, you have to show off every definition of muscle you can. And if you're on steroids, then yeah, you can. And the only way to do that is to shave your whole body. So I get where it comes from.
That's so gay, though.
Just ban everything.
So the shaving the arms is for other guys, not for women.
Exactly. Yeah, it's for other men. For other men to see your muscles.
Is he
They're like,
French?
oh wow.
He likes his women completely hairy?
I did have a girl with armpit hair. She was French.
Oh, that
Okay, well then
explains
what I learned in from Home Alone as a child is holds out then.
Yeah,
But they got
no,
new
like for
beaches.
him, but for Wes, it's a total metrosexual thing. It's just
Can we please call him? Can we please call him Watson?
yeah.
Why don't we
Okay,
just call
Watson.
him Westwood?
So there's no confusion.
For
Westwood.
Mr.
You can call him
Watson.
WW.
Thank you.
for
WW.
Sir Watson. Yeah, that's a huge gym culture thing as well. I know a lot of guys at the gym who shave their body completely, and it's just like, why?
Just so gay.
Like, well, you can see every muscle I have. It's like, well, who cares?
Why would I want to see your muscles? You're another damn guy.
Yeah, I mean, like, in a sense, like when I played sports, like we did shave like our legs because like we were either wearing tights, leggings, stuff like that, and you would get shaved because of all the running you did. But that was for a purpose, not just for other men to be like, oh wow, you have nice legs. You're just like, okay, thank you.
No, isn't that the goal, to get complimented on your appearance by other men? That's how you know you're desirable for women, right?
That's so
That's how-
womanly, though.
No, that's
It's
how you
like
know you're straight.
seeking. It's like women seeking other women's approval on how their makeup was put on. It's the same thing for like shaving their hair.
Hey, John, you spend a lot of time in gyms, like public gyms or like private gyms or whatever. You
Yeah.
spent time in gyms. What do you think's the gayest thing that goes on in gyms?
People looking at the mirror
Probably when like,
and posing.
yeah, that'll be one thing. But when you like go into like the sauna or the steam room, and just like some dude just walks in naked, he's just like, oh my god, man. He just like slaps you on the shoulder. It was a hard workout today, wasn't it? He's just like,
Like
just,
this, you know.
He's just like, that or
You know, John, I really would have
Men slapping people on the
go on.
ass. Men slapping
Yeah.
people on the asses all the time.
That's the gayest thing, you think?
Kissing each other's muscles.
Each other's
their own
muscles?
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like what Nadine was doing. Yeah, like if I saw that happen, I would probably leave the gym and go find a new gym.
Wait, people kissing each other's muscles? So
Yeah.
he would just go up to the guy and just kiss his muscles.
Well, it's like when you see like a whole group of people like come in, like 5 dudes, and they're like, "Oh man, bro, we're so pumped right now, like I can just like suck on your nipple right now," and you're like, "Ah," and you're just like, "No."
Bro, lick the steroids off your sweat.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, can I get steroids from you too?" Whoa.
You know, John, I was gonna say my thoughts would be, gay men that go and sneak in a quickie in the bathroom probably be the gayest, but that outdid that. That is gayer than that.
No, that gay men don't do that stuff. It's weird
You don't
because
think
like,
No?
well, at least the gyms I've been in is like, gay
Yeah,
men
what gyms
just-
are you going to, John? Like, how much nipple sucking is going on?
Well, he does live in California.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Everybody's
Are you
a
sure?
freak here.
Are you sure it was a gym?
It was a Fauci's sauna room. Dr. Fauci over there, just like,
I love little boys
"Okay."
sucking on my nipples.
Does anybody have a beagle? There's a lot of gay stuff that happens there, and it's just like, just like, what's wrong with coming in here for like 2.5 hours? Put your headphones on, do your thing, and get out. And just get out. That's all you have to do.
I kind of want like an in-home gym, like buying equipment, putting in my garage. I like going to the gym. I like how getting stuff done. But like there's times when like I have a head in my head what routine I want to do, but people are using the equipment, or it's not like a big gym. Or I've had times like where there's some suspect women obviously trying to be seen. Like I'll be like, oh, okay, let me move over to this one now. Oh, she's followed me. That's happened.
No, yeah, that's very common. But no, I would love to have like an in-home gym, but I just don't have a space for that or anything like that. Like, I mean, like I have kettlebells and dumbbells at my place
I got some of
to
them.
do stuff, but it's like I would love to have like a deadlift rack, a squat rack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
pretty
good.
much
You don't have to have a whole
pretty much
bunch.
like if you have a squat rack, you can basically do anything. You can bench press, you can.
I do want to
squat,
let you know that none of the
deadlift.
church fathers believe in what you say, John. So like they didn't believe in having an in-home gym, obviously. I mean, they believe in getting swole, but like a skeptic
Go
here
fuck
is trying to. And they are saints, and you aren't. And
I
skeptic
never
trusts
claimed to
them
be.
rather than you. So, yeah, don't get an in-home gym. That's the fathers talk about that. So.
But then again, like yeah, the women are a huge problem, especially nowadays. Like,
Why are you trying to work out and look good to attract?
Heresy. Heresy.
well, I mean, like I did just get back on gear, so I don't know. I just did that for myself. I mean, why not?
What gear?
Grinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, like what supplements do you take?
Well, I just started SARMs.
Also, you take steroids,
Yeah.
bro. This guy is.
Yeah, that's what gear is.
Yeah, I know.
I thought gear was the workout equipment.
Huh?
No, they call it steroid
No, that's
gear.
equipment. Yeah, like gym talk, it's gear is like the slang because like once you say like, oh, I'm on steroids, it's like that's like a bad term. You're like, hey, knock that stuff off.
Yeah.
So do you have to
and,
like make sure like to get everything exact and talk to your doctor so your balls don't shrivel up?
Well, I've done my research on everything like that. So you take these cycles of it, and then once you're done with that, you go on a post cycle of therapy, which is like basically taking a bunch of testosterone supplements.
yeah, because
and everything like that.
SARMs decrease testosterone, decrease your testosterone levels.
Well,
very
all
low.
steroids would. Well,
Yeah,
all
but
gear
SARMs
would
in
do that.
particular.
Yeah,
SARMs
it
in
would.
particular.
Yeah, but I mean,
Would you ever take GH?
I have, but I wouldn't take it again. That's a bit too much stuff.
Why would you take steroids, man?
Why not? Why would you smoke a cigarette?
Because it
Why would
messes
you
up
smoke a
your
pipe?
body, not your physical appearance, but your body.
Is gear Euro slang for dope?
You can call it gym dope.
Bro, you're
Does
so cringe.
John take
Go on.
finasteride? You have a nice head of hair.
He's got
No,
a big
I'm just born
forehead.
this
Though.
way.
All right,
I was just
Oma. Kill, date, or make love to. All right.
Yeah,
And
you
Logan's
gotta
here too.
pick-
So what else would it be?
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, kill, date, marry.
Who are you gonna commit yourself
Kill,
to?
date, marry, fuck.
No, make love, Nadine.
Okay, kill, dare, marry, sleep with.
Okay, meet me in the middle. Thank you, Nadine. This is a Christian channel. We don't say naughty words. If you're my nigga, you don't say no naughty words, all right? That's all I'm trying to say.
No, it's joke nigga. Do you not know the he's like
Joke nigga?
Yeah, he's a high school basketball player.
I don't know. Why do you know about high school basketball players?
Because his name is Knigga. Why wouldn't I know someone called Joke Nigga?
I don't know, man. I don't.
Anyways,
I
I gotta head out.
All right, man. Farewell.
Yeah,
You
good
wrote
talking.
about it, but shared it.
I'm gonna remove him. Kindly. You were roboting, boy. All right, we got
You
10
were
minutes left. I'm
roboting,
cutting
dude.
this off at 3 hours for the sake of my family. What do y'all want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about, huh?
I want to talk how much steroids are cringe.
Yeah, John, how do you feel about steroids being cringe?
It's whatever you want. You want them to be. I mean, you can do them, or if you don't want them. If you find them cringe, then okay.
You believe the same thing about drugs, like recreational drugs?
Well, that's completely different. I mean, like if I start doing
both mess you
recreational-
up. Both mess you up in different ways.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about alcohol. You can say the same thing about anything else.
No, because
Why? Why can't you say that?
Because you can regulate alcohol use.
I regulate my
level-
steroids. I regulate
to a level
my
in
steroids.
which it doesn't mess you up in the long run. You can drink.
And I regulate my steroids so they don't mess me up. That's why you have to stick to a strict cycle. You have to stick to a strict post cycle and a strict diet and all of that. So I mean, like, what's your argument here?
I'm just laughing at the.
I had to change the title of the video. Sorry.
Can you change the layout like before,
Yeah,
like
sorry.
in the beginning?
Boom.
Yeah, that's nice. Can you
There it is, yeah.
make it like
Yeah,
black,
skeptic.
not
Yeah,
blue?
exactly. Gear is steroids. It's
You mean
just
to
like,
make it-
it's just slang for gear when you say gear.
Because we is black, you know.
I mean, I can try. I mean,
And the background. Can you try to
Oh.
change the background?
So what do you want it as? Huh?
Yakub.
That was wrong. That was
When-
wrong.
Like if you're talking
Yakub?
about Mr.
Can you put Yakub
Like,
in the background?
Yeah, sure. Y'all talk. I got.
If you're talking about
administration.
Watson, like he's on like the hard stuff. Like he's probably like on some trend
TRT.
anabolics, TRT. He's probably like on all of that stuff. So yeah, like that stuff absolutely does like mess your body up. But
SARMs
he's
do.
probably he
SARMs
would-
mess up your body too.
well they all can, but if you do them correctly, it minimizes it.
But can't you just thank what the Lord gave you and be
Do you drink alcohol?
build your muscle upon what the Lord gave you, you know?
Do you drink alcohol, Nadine?
Oh, we got Yakub in the background.
That's as much as.
Do you
Oh
drink
wow!
alcohol?
Look at this.
I don't drink alcohol on a regular. No, I drink
I didn't
like
ask if you drank it regularly.
Have you been
I asked if
drinking
you drank
tonight,
alcohol.
Nadim? Nadim, up
No.
here. Eyes up here. Have you been drinking tonight?
no.
Well, why can't you just be happy with the way God made you? Why do you have to alter that?
Because wine,
why
for
do you have to
example,
alter?
has because wine doesn't
Healing
alter.
powers? Are
Has
you gonna
good.
go there?
No, they have good effects.
Oh, they do. Like what? You get buzzed?
No, they have good effects for memory loss, for example.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do. Oh. I never heard about that
Wine.
part.
I said wine.
Yeah.
Wine.
No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I never heard that wine will make your brain better. So
Okay,
there's no point. I mean, like you can
This is fun.
drink what you want. You can do what you want.
There we go.
What
look,
are you
you
doing,
can see
Wes,
you
man?
can see Yakub just for a second between when he goes like that. He's there watching at all times.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just playing. I don't know.
Big
Bro, I don't know. This isn't a serious thing. People shouldn't take me seriously. I don't know why people seem to be. Hey guys, jumping in to add my 2 cents. Dude doing steroids. You are equal to the 304s on whatever who have fake.
Exactly.
Fake things.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
My wife is saying red wine got them antioxidants, John. So
Like
do your
steroids are
steroids?
like
Do they got
steroids
antioxidants?
are like boob implants for
They're
men.
like boob implants for men. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, are
These
you
are
in
new ones?
silicone? Huh? Are you in? Okay, hey John, I want you to know that you're enough. Okay, you don't
I'm
have to sell
enough?
your. Yeah, you don't have to sell your body to the night,
Oh.
John. You can put on that red light.
Or that red dot.
I mean, the way
Thank you, buddy. Yeah.
the way your body looks isn't doesn't matter. It's, why don't you?
Nadim's attracted to you no matter what. In old age, the feelings will still be there.
Well, no, I mean it's just like I don't know. For me, it was like
And
always
I
something
can
like
see
I've
your
always
nipple.
wanted to do.
I can see your nipple. And you have gyno.
Well, at least
Like,
mine wasn't.
You were saying that I have gyno, but you have gyno too. I can see your gyno.
It's gyno.
Gynecomastia.
Gynecomastia. It's like where men grow.
Man, you gotta start going to the gym, man. You start learning the lingo, you know.
I don't talk to people there, dude. I go in and I go out. I don't learn nothing about no gynecologist. I'm at the gym. Weirdos.
It's like a when your tit has
No, it's
extra
when
meat, you know.
It's when you have too much estrogen in your body and you like your pecs start to
No, your
they
nipples,
turn into,
your nipples
turn into little
start to have
buds?
more. They're like, you know, they look more womanly.
yeah, that's because you have too much estrogen
What do
in
you?
your body.
What do you? What was
And-
this?
Well, it's because like if a man gets too much estrogen in his body,
Just look up
it starts to,
gynecomastia.
like,
I'm not doing that.
he
not
starts to,
doing
It's
like,
not.
develop,
That's just
I've
some
never had to
medical
deal with
thing.
this. That's why I don't understand it like you guys
Look,
do.
look,
So,
just look at John's nipple, and you'll see.
all right, let's zoom in and enhance. Oh,
Nine.
Yakub.
there. I can't zoom anymore. That's it. Okay, bam. It's a professional show, everybody. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Hey, John, do your testicles shrink with steroids?
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Do your testicles shrink when you drink wine?
Yeah, they actually do.
They don't.
Because you actually poison. Yes, they do. It's actually you. When
It probably
you
does
drink,
affect your hormones or
it
something.
does. Alcohol really does affect your hormones.
It depends.
Okay, it depends on what.
Depends on what you mean by hormones.
It depends on adult diapers, man. Hey, John, what are we doing with our collab? How's that going? Is that in the works?
It is in the works, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
I've just been.
We're giving you a hard time, man. I didn't mean to. We brought up your nipples, and now we're talking about your balls. I just want to, bring it back to some more feel good things. I mean, not that. Yeah, no, never mind. So yeah, how's that?
That your balls don't feel good.
What?
I don't know. Nadim's saying something about your balls feel good. I don't know. So, how are we gonna do in that collab? That's what I'm asking.
They're coming. They're coming. And
Okay.
I apologize for the wait, but
People are waiting. People are waiting.
I
They're in the
know.
chat clamoring right now. I could pull up comments.
Yeah. Wait 1 second.
Yep, they're coming in still. More of them are commenting, clamoring. All of our watchers are waiting bated breath. They're saying go watch J. No, wrong one. Yeah, waiting on the collab between y'all. It's
Yeah, this guy has been waiting.
So what are we gonna do with the collab? I am gonna do a hard end at 3 hours, just so y'all know. So 5 seconds left. What are we doing with the collab?
And now.